Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to YGTV. That means it's Thursday.
You wouldn't believe what we talk about before we go live, would you?
I know, I'm actually blushing. Hello.
Good afternoon. I tell you what, there's a rumour that there's some showers on the way.
Oh, it's not going to happen.
If you're getting them, send some pictures. We want to see proof of wet stuff falling out the sky.
Do you remember a little while? And it wasn't that long ago. We were like, where's the sun?
I know, yeah.
Where's the sun?
Yeah. I can remember those summers it used to just rain day in, day out, and it was flipping freezing. And we always wanted sunshine, and now it's like,
I remember
making
a video for YouGarden just a few months ago going, hooray, finally, took its time, summer's finally here. Now I'm sick of it.
They always say, careful what you wish for.
Absolutely. Never meet your heroes. Right, good afternoon. Welcome. It is Thursday afternoon, which means it's a brand new week of YGTV. We've got a brand new show planned for you, so lots of gorgeous plants. One of my absolute favourites right in front of us here, which is the beautiful Acer Garnet. I'm looking forward to talking to you about that one. Have you got a particular favourite today?
I like, well, you know, I'm going to say Blue Moon Rose, because I've got a bit of a thing for Blue Moon Rose.
I know you like the Blue Moon, don't you?
And I do love that standard magnolia at the back there as well, that stellata. That's beautiful.
We might get time to get to that, we might not. We'll have to wait and see.
Okay.
Well, if you want to get ahead of us, you're most welcome to. Go to our website, please. That is yougarden.com. Find the Live Now button, wherever it might be. Click onto that Live Now button and then scroll down. This is where, by the way, you can actually watch the live shows on the website as well if you want to. You can watch on YouTube and on Facebook. But this is where you're going to find all the plants that we've selected for today's show. What's special about these plants, Adam?
Well, these plants are all going to be free shipping, which is really, really brilliant as well. And also, you need that YGTV code, don't you, to enter, which is really, really important.
You do. The YGTV code unlocks not just the free postage on all of the items we have in the potting shed, but we've got loads of double up deals.
Yeah, so if it's double ups, buy one, get one free, any of those kind of special offers, I call this the magic key. So where it says if you've got an offer code, enter that YGTV 3126, then you get free shipping. But I just need to point out that is on everything that you just saw there on that sort of live screen, as it were. Anything you want to buy that's not on the show today, that may be subject to a little bit of a shipping fee, but we've got a little answer for you for that as well, because join the club. We keep telling you to join the club. If you join the club, an auto-renewal, it will never get more than £10 per year. You could be 15, 20 years still paying £10 a year, and look at all the benefits it brings in. Firstly, you can get 15% off plants and accessories, so that'll be compost, everything else in this room right now. You can get 7.5% off of outdoor living and machinery. We're also going to give you 4 £5 vouchers. Just look at the expiration date on those. Don't worry about the start date. You can use each one on a separate order, providing they've not expired. And I talked about the shipping a moment ago. We can help you with that as well, because there's a couple of £6.99 shipping vouchers as well. So if you do go elsewhere on the website, you can even save shipping on that if you want to as well. But seriously though, do join that, because the money you will save joining the club is bonkers. It really, really is.
Hattie's in the club. I know lots of you are. It's a wonderful place to be, and most importantly, you're going to save loads of money. So, for example, the details on the screen at the moment are for the pear, the Doyen du Comis. Ooh. You would normally pay $22.99. We've got a £17 saving on there. You'd have to enter the code to get that saving, though. But, of course, being a club member, you'll get it for £19.34, and that's a delivered price, no postage to pay. Right, hello to all of you in the chat. If you want to send us any emails, you're most welcome to ygtv@yougarden.com. Mauritia's already sent some. Ali G has sent one. And... oh, you're all in now. Tony's come in, Peter's come in. We will get to show you some of those pictures very, very soon, I am sure. Tony wants some advice on the swell gel. I'll get to you, Tony. Bear with us. We will go through all of those details. Let's do some plants first, and then we can go through your pictures, your questions, and all the rest of it. Hello to everybody on Facebook as well. Matt will keep an eye on there. It's normally Amanda over on Facebook. But yeah, do drop into the chat in Facebook and say hello if you're on there as well. Right, should we talk about the pear first of all?
Yeah, let's look at this pretty useless label. But just a lot of plastic going on there, really.
It's a lot, isn't it?
Yeah, but no, this is beautiful, this actual pear, because it's like what we call one of our patio pear trees. So even in a really, really small space, you know what I'm going to say, 3 floors up on a balcony, you could grow this in a pot or a container, and you can get proper sized pears on this. Now, you're not going to get dozens and dozens and dozens, but you could easily get 12 or 15 proper sized, gorgeous, sweet, edible pears on this, on a plant that's never going to get more than about 1.5 metres tall. Really lovely, compact, super hardy, self-fertile as well, so you don't need to worry about pollinators. And even if this wasn't self-fertile, there are so many pear trees out in the landscape anyway that this would be guaranteed to be pollinated. Plant it in the ground if you prefer, or in a large pot. I mean, I would go for probably something like a 35 litre. You could try a 30 litre, but of course, in a pot, you do need to keep it well watered, but make sure it does drain well as well. Feed it regularly, use blooming fast, and enjoy your own homegrown pears on a really small, compact, but super hardy tree that will have beautiful bloom in spring, lovely white blossom, pretty much just before the leaves really come out. The leaves turn lovely colours in the autumn before they drop, and this does not need any protection wherever you are during the winter.
That is fantastic. Now, Mauricia, I know you've been waiting for this one. You've commented. So I hope you're happy. We now have it in the potting sheds. It's available with that free postage. And, of course, with your club discount as well. Because, Mauricia, if you're not in the club yet, I'd be very surprised. OK, gorgeous pears that you're going to be able to grow on this particular tree. And just make sure you use the offer code YGTV3126. That's the offer code you need to get all of those savings and the free postage attached. Right, let's move on. One of my favourite aces. So good. I've got 2 of them now. I absolutely adore this one. It's a proper acer, isn't it?
Yeah, what I like about garnet, Bex, is it goes up to start with, and then eventually it kind of cascades and tumbles, doesn't it?
It does.
Almost like an umbrella kind of shape, and it really is knockout. I planted one of these for a customer 2 or 3 years back. They had a lovely, some steps going down from one part of garden to the other, and they had acer garnet either side, and one died. So I got a replacement for them a couple of years ago. And in just a couple of years, that one has started to create that beautiful dome shape to it. It has the most beautiful coloured leaves that come through that really lovely sort of red colour. Then you've got the green foliage there as well. And this is what Bex calls a proper acer, because it's so beautifully finely dissected. And it looks delicate, but these plants take all the minus temperatures during the winter time. And of course, acers are world famous for their colour changing. They have beautiful colours in spring. They then have their summer outfit, and then they have their autumn outfit. And that's probably the most bold, the most outrageous, the most colourful, before the leaves finally drop. Height-wise on this, probably no more than about 1 metre really, but then it will sort of cascade and spread out and look just like that one there.
Well, this is actually from a little while ago. It's got even bigger than that now, but this is mine at home. This is certainly one of them, the pride and joy in my garden. In fact, I was telling the kids off the other day because they were kicking a football around, and it got quite close to the acer. Oh. And I was like, boys, you can destroy any other plant in this garden, but not that, okay?
Yeah, I can understand that.
It's such a beauty, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it really shows you how it goes more widthways than it does tall. It's got even wider now. I want to show you actually, if you come back, Matt, I want to just show you the lovely bright red colour that you get just before it drops its leaves in autumn as well. Same plant.
It's like crimson, isn't it?
Look at the colour.
Crimson colour there.
So
that's bonkers.
It's crazy the colour it turns actually just before it drops its leaves.
And that looks like a bit of a dappled, shady spot there, Bex.
It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. It does get a little bit of direct sunlight on it, but yeah, it's shaded by the by the fence there, which does need a paint. Don't comment on my fence. I will get round to painting it, I promise.
Oh, it's so
yes,
boring painting fences, though, isn't it?
I know. I did the back fence panels, but I've still got all the sides to do. It's still quite a lot. Anyway, I'll get it done. Pretty though, isn't it?
It's stunning, and
Yeah.
I would have a massive hissy fit if somebody broke that and it was mine.
I know, right?
It wouldn't be. I'd sulk for a week.
It's the risk I take, obviously, having that. I've got all the other acers actually out the front, and that's the only one I've got in the back. So it is the risk I've chosen to take. It's my kids' garden as much as it is mine.
It'll be like holidays cancelled. No pocket money.
It's a nightmare. But yeah, that is the acer garnet. It's one of my faves, as I say. I love it so much. The dark foliage is absolutely gorgeous. And that bright red colour, it doesn't last long just before it drops its leaves, but it's worthwhile to have it just for that. Right, 510225 is the item number. It's £25.49. You're saving £10 on there using that code, and you'll get your free postage as well. Now, we're talking about shade gardens, actually. You know, acers love a shady spot in the garden. We've got another collection here for you.
These would look absolutely 100% spot on planted underneath that acer.
They would.
If you put the acer in a large pot, underplant with the ferns around the base, you've created that real Japanese kind of really cool, relaxing, zen kind of garden. And you've got 3 hardy ferns in the collection here. You've got the Metallicum one there that's got the beautiful sort of metallic-y coloured foliage. You've got the copper shield fern that's got, I mean, the new leaves that come through are that amazing sort of coppery colour. And then you've got one of the Polypodium type ferns there as well. Some of these, I think one of these is properly evergreen, one's semi-evergreen, and one, the foliage does die down a little bit in winter, but they are hardy ferns. So by that we mean whether they're evergreen or not, they will come back for you year after year. I've got all 3 of these in my garden. I keep them in dappled shade, moisture retentive soil. They don't particularly like to dry out too much. And they look brilliant with things like acers, rhododendrons, bluebells, lily of the valley, all those shade-loving plants. That can be in the ground. And I've dug in lots and lots of our premium professional compost before I planted these, because with the hot, dry conditions we're getting, I find that's holding on to the moisture, keeping them looking happy. Year on year, they'll get bigger and bigger for you. Eventually, I mean, the copper shield fern will get kind of about this sort of height. The metallic looking one down here is a little bit kind of shorter, but they're not huge, great big ferns, these. So, you know, pots, beds and borders, cool, damp, shade or semi-shady position is where they'll thrive and come back for you year after year after year. And I tell you what I noticed, Bex, about ferns, they never get nibbled by slugs or snails.
They don't.
They just leave them be, don't they?
I've got the copper shield fern. I've got a nice big one I'm growing in a 30-litre pot. And do you know what? It just sits in that shade corner underneath my Photinia. I keep it watered. That's about it. I don't have to do anything else to it.
They don't even need feeding, do they, really? I never feed ferns.
Don't bother with ferns.
No, they just...
Not necessary.
They just do their thing, don't they?
I love it.
And in mild winters, even some of the ones that aren't evergreen, I find in milder winters, a lot of the non-evergreen ones still keep their leaves up until the really, really bad frosts.
Yeah.
It's only until we get the big minuses. But of course, it doesn't kill the ferns, those minus temperatures. When the fronds die on top, leave those. Don't take them off. Wait until the spring. And then when you see the new croziers coming up from the base, then very, very carefully remove the dead growth from the top.
Right, you're going to get all 3 of those. They are in the 2-litre pots, so these are just a little bit bigger. I know we've done the fern collections previously in the 9-centimetre pots, but these are the bigger ones, so bear that in mind. It's £21.22, so basically it's £7 and just over 7p per plant that you're looking at there. 561374, the item number, absolutely perfect for the damper, darker, shadier spots in the garden, but could be container grown quite happily. Use your offer code, please, YGTV3126, because that's how you're going to get your saving. Also, do consider that double up as well, because you'll get the extra 3 plants for £10 or £8.50 if you're a club member. So as a club member, each one of those plants is less than £3 each. See, in most, as the double ups ones.
Yeah, in most garden centres, Bex, I'll be seeing these probably at £9.99 each, easily. And the fact that price there as well, and that double up, you're still going to get your 15% off of that if you join the club as well. Yeah. So, which is, you know, phenomenal, really, brilliant.
Well, speaking of phenomenal, let's move on. We've got the lavender phenomenal coming up next for you.
That was completely accidental, by the way.
It was accidental.
It was, yeah. We've gone from one extreme to t'other, haven't we? Because we've gone from shade to full-on sun.
Absolutely, yeah.
Do you grow this one?
I have. Oh, I can't remember which lavender I've got now. I got one earlier this year, and I can't remember whether it was phenomenal or sensational. Because
this is like kind of Hidcoat on steroids, isn't it?
It is, basically.
Yeah, it kind of, it's got more intense purple, it has more flowers per stem, but it does have that really nice upright habit to it, because some lavenders, they're beautiful, but you know, some, when we get heavy rain, probably not happening this year, but when we get heavy rain, some of those really big lavenders can flop. You know, the ones that go all over the pathway and, you know, they just become a bit straggly and untidy. Well, this one keeps more of an upright habit. It'll bring in an absolute army of pollinators. The bees, the butterflies will adore this. Of course, you get the most amazing fragrance from the foliage. Full sun. And this year it's nirvana for lavender this year.
Yeah.
We always panic. I know, you know, we can get a little bit negative the way the climate's changing and the drought and one thing and another, but there's always plants that are happy to step in to that sort of climate change scenario, and lavender is definitely one of those. Not far from where I live, there's the Norfolk lavender fields, and they are out in the middle of huge areas of blue sky. Really, really ridiculously well-drained sandy soil, not a drop of moisture in the ground, and the lavender love it. They just suck it up and they flower and they bloom. They look good for week after week after week. They have evergreen foliage as well. And as you know, they're brilliant plants for containers, but of course you can plant them in the ground. Literally, it's just that sunny spot, good drainage, and just enjoy the beautiful, beautiful aroma of the foliage, enjoy those intense colours and the pollinators, and of course all the things that you can do with lavender, from lavender biscuits to lavender ice cream to soaps and hand creams and body washes. It's amazing what lavender gets used for.
It's beautiful. It's a big one in the 1.5 litre pot as well. You can double up here. I would recommend it. It's double up for £5, which is less than that if you're a club member, because you'll still get your 15% discount as well. Everybody should have some lavender in their garden. I used to have a lot of lavender, had to dig it up, but it's fine. I've replaced it and I now have one lavender in the garden. Just a little bit of lavender. just a little bit of lavender. Sorry. It's a song that goes with that. Everybody should have just a little bit of lavender in their garden. For the fragrance, but for the pollinators. And let's face it, with the way that the climates are changing, it's great to have these plants there, isn't it?
And if you've got really heavy, stodgy, wet clay soil that sits wet through the winter, just grow it in a pot.
Yeah.
And it will really appreciate the drainage from being grown in a pot or container. Of course, you can put the pot in the sunniest spot as well. But look at the intensity of the purple on this one and the actual amount of flowers per stem and just the sheer amount of flower stems on that one plant.
And you will see butterflies all over it. Honestly, bees, butterflies, they adore it. Right, 510967, the item number. Double up on that one is available. Use the code to get your discounts and your savings when you also double up too. YGTV 3126 is the offer code number. Right, we're going to Little Miss Figgy next, who is just a little bit big for this table, but never mind. Little Miss Figgy does stay more compact though, doesn't she?
It does, yeah. We say about, was it one? No, hang on.
It can go up to about, well, you can maintain it about 1.5, 1.8.
Yeah, that's it, yeah, about 1.5 to, yeah. So, I mean, compared to like a normal fig tree, I mean, again, being self-employed over 40 years, I've seen fig trees grow into small actual tree size, like 3 or 4 metres tall. This one, again, if you just got that tiny gardens, this is what we do here at YouGarden. We think about gardening for everybody, no matter what your budget is, what your space is, what your level of competence is or experience. So if you want to grow figs, but you've only got a tiny, tiny space, you can grow this in a pot brilliantly well. They are ridiculously hardy. They get through all the cold during the winter time. The leaves are extraordinarily beautiful. In fact, even if you don't like figs, you could grow this just for the ornamental shape of the leaves.
I genuinely got my fig plant because I think it's a pretty plant.
It is. Look at
these. I did not get it because it's going to grow figs. I did not get it as a grow your own. Listen, I'm happy if I get figs. I actually got it because I think it's attractive.
Although that particular shape, that'd be difficult to hide your modesty behind that particular shape leaf,
There's no way. I don't understand where this whole thing with Adam and Eve comes from. That is not hiding anything, is it?
Although I think on Miss Figgy, they are slightly kind of more differently cut than on a sort of the average kind of fig. But they will produce figs. Now, not big full-size figs, but sort of bite-sized figs, and you'll get lots of them. The secret to that, plant this in a really lovely sunny spot up against a west or south-facing wall. Like so many things we talk and bring to you, these can be containerised if you want to do that. But of course, you can plant them in the ground. Try and restrict the root, whichever way you do it, because if you actually root bound the plant, it tends to force it more into fruiting rather than producing lots and lots of greenery. Because figs, if you overspoil them, they just love to grow and produce masses and masses of foliage at the expense of the figs. And they tend to be ripe late summer, August, kind of into sort of very, very early autumn. It'll take all the, say, cold temperatures during the winter, and the leaves turn a lovely, lovely yellow colour before they drop at the end of the season as well.
Right, we can double up here as well if you wish to. So your discount club price for one is £16.99. If you would like to double up, you're just going to pay £8.50 for the second one as a club member. Good, innit? Good, innit? Who was it who said this? Joining the club is well worth it. Save from the first order placed. Thank you, Suzanne's Garden. You absolutely do. If you haven't joined the club yet today, if you haven't joined the club yet, and you decide to join today, you can start saving on that first order. This is the brilliant thing. You don't have to wait for us to send out details. You can simply put that into your basket, pay your £10, and you will get all of those discounts from your first order. Right, let's move on, shall we? Thanks, Adam, because that was getting in the way. We're going to move on to the beautiful Rudbeckia. This is the Rudbeckia Sunbeckia Ophelia.
Ophelia? Taylor Swift had a song this year, didn't she, called Ophelia?
Did she?
She did, yeah, beautiful song.
I'm not really a Swiftie. I don't really...
I wouldn't call me. Well, I just happened to hear it on the radio.
Swifty, aren't you?
Well, I wouldn't mind a bank account. That'd be quite swifty. But you know, you can have a plant named after a song she wrote. There you go. That's a tenuous link. But this is gorgeous, and how you see it is how it arrived to you. They're in full bloom right now. There's buds further down to keep giving that colour, and it's a midsummer, right the way into mid-autumn flower on this. Big, bold, bright yellow flowers, bringing in the pollinators, loads and loads of pollen on the top there, lots of nectar for them to get their little proboscis down into and have a kind of a real whale of a time. And this plant technically can be perennial, but I would say if it's a perennial, you get it through a couple of years, treat that as a bonus.
It's a short-lived perennial.
Yeah.
Most people are going to grow it as an annual.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
But if you give it winter protection, you could get it through to next year.
Yeah, it's not so much the cold, it's the wet that tends to finish these off. So if you've got it in a pot, just stick the pot in a greenhouse for the winter so it stays on the drier side. Leave it, just deadhead it, don't cut the foliage down. And then next spring, if you've done those extra things, you should see some shoots come from the base. At that point, then take all the old dead growth off the top and get it to regrow. But if you just want to open the box, plonk this in the garden and end up with that beautiful colour that Bex is showing you there from now right the way through to October, get yourself one of these.
I mean, if that was outside right now, the bees would be going nuts for this. The amount of pollen that's getting on there is insane.
Because when the flowers first open, the middle is quite green, and then as the flower matures, those stamens really start to load up with the pollen, and of course that's when it sort of draws all the insects in. Deadhead, by that we mean once a flower's starting to go over and look a little bit sad, just follow down the stem to an outward pointing leaf, chop the flower head off just above that outward pointing leaf, and that'll encourage some more shoots to grow. And if you grow this in a pot, don't keep it overly wet. Water it, let it dry out a little bit, and then water it again. They don't like to sit wet all the time.
Okay, so you can double up if you would like to here. I would recommend it because I think a pair of these, in some pots either side of your patio would really just brighten everything up for you, particularly this year where things are starting to look a little bit tired, maybe a little bit earlier than they normally would. Speaking of pots, we do have a couple for you, and actually I think either of these would look really good. Personally, I think I'd go for the April Indigo planters for these.
I was going to say exactly the same, Betsy, because that kind of bluey kind of look compared to the yellow, those two colours go together really so well.
I think the papilios would be great as well, but if it was a choice between the two, I would definitely choose those ones. Those are, by the way, what are we doing? 90... Oh, yeah, we're entering the code. Hang on. YGTV 3126. Let's enter that code in. Yeah, it brings it down to £19.98. And look, as a club member, you will save more money there as well. It's taken the postage cost off, so you're not paying postage. So get a pair of the Rudbeckias, because those are on a double-up deal as well. And you've got a beautiful addition to your patio, your bright, sunny spot in the garden. It's just going to all of a sudden illuminate, I think. My garden's just looking a bit tired. I'm not going to lie.
There are some sort of gaps in mine now where things have just been so overexposed to the sun. Yeah. I did your trick this year, Bex, of ground planting lobelia, but even that's it's just flowered itself to death. So, and of course, because it's formed a big mat, like as soon as you take it out, you've got a big gap.
Yeah.
So something like that, you can instantly plug the gap and get that full-on colour in an instant.
Absolutely. And look, this is all part of gardening. I'm not complaining. It is what it is. The one thing I love about gardening is actually the problem solving. Not something I would have said as a younger person. But now, actually, with age, I actually appreciate the challenges and the problem solving that you have to do.
And it's dynamic. I mean, you design your living room, and 10 years later, unless you move things about, it looks exactly the same as the day you designed it, doesn't it? The carpet's the same, the sofa's the same, but in a garden, there's always that constant change, which just makes it fun and enjoyable.
All right, grab your Rudbeckias then. That one's called the Ophelia 560938. You can double up on there if you want to. Next up, this is interesting, and somebody sent us a picture of this actually. We have got the gorgeous Edgeworthia. This is the Grandiflora, and if you love scent in your garden, you are going to love these flowers.
I've got two of these.
Of course you have.
And I had a massive one in my old house in Bishop Stortford. This plant is extraordinary. I remember going to a garden centre on the outskirts of Bishop Stortford many years ago, and sort of when you walk into where you pay, they put all the particularly really nice plants just either side to tempt you as you go to the till. And I saw one of these on the side, never seen it before. I said to the guy, what is that? And he said, it's an Edgeworthia chrysantha. And it was just coming into flower like this, which is late winter, by the way, mid to late winter. And I couldn't believe it. It is stunningly beautiful. And the fragrance on these flowers is wonderful. It's very honeyed, sweet. And because it flowers late winter to midwinter, it's unusual to get that amount of fragrance. And then in the summertime, you get these really unusual sort of paddle-shaped leaves that just sort of keep growing. I mean, they sort of, the leaves tend to get bigger and bigger as the season goes on.
They've got the fine hair. They've got the scilla on the leaves.
They're beautiful.
You can't really see it, but you can feel it. It does have this lovely sort of soft, fuzzy, furry texture to them.
Joe, it's such a great shrub bed. This is different. It's unusual. It will attract the sort of the early sort of spring bees or the winter bees that come out on those sort of milder days. The flowers, from when they first start to develop to when they drop off, can be about 6 weeks. So you get a real long flowering period on this, and the flowers stand out so beautifully well because there's no leaves. So there's nothing to obscure the flowers. And then as the flowers start to go over, the buds open up. And even the growth habit's a little bit weird. It reminds me of something that you'd see grown in a desert somewhere.
Yeah.
That's kind of in a really aridy sort of place. But all it likes, it will grow in full sun or part sun, moisture retentive soil, in the ground or beds and borders. And I'd recommend growing it near your house, your patio doors or somewhere like that, so you can enjoy that lovely winter fragrance.
Yeah, totally. Can I just show Harriet's picture, Matt, quickly before we move on? Just because it's Harriet's paper tree and she got this last year. It is the paper tree, isn't it?
Yeah, I think
it's known as the paper tree.
As that.
There's somewhere they use the bark to make paper with.
Yeah, it just flakes off.
So yes, this is Harriet's. She got it last year. It's looking beautiful, putting on some nice growth there.
And it will flower. The buds actually start to form very, very late summer into autumn. You start to see in the middle just little embryonic buds develop. And they develop through the winter, and it flowers at the coldest time of year. A really great addition to things like Daphnes, Sarcococa, the camellias. So if you're into your winter flowering shrubs, definitely get one of those there. And I tell you what, that club discount price there of £16.99 for a plant that size, that's £24.99, 30 quid in a lot of garden centres, if not more, for a plant that size.
It's one of those, more expensive items normally. Only £16.99 delivered price from us here at YouGarden. Harriet, are you Hattie Joe? I get confused. It's Hattie Joe, but it's... Anyway, Hattie Joe, thank you so much for sending that through. Right, we're going to give you some ideas of some of the things you've seen so far, but also some things coming up. We've got the Magnolia stellata standard. I have got the Magnolia stellata, and that is a gorgeous bush, but this one has been formed in the standard shape. So you've got the tree shape here, beautiful pure white star-shaped flowers, something a bit unusual for a magnolia because obviously they're not the tulip-shaped flowers, but a real pretty one for the garden. £29.74 is your delivered price there. And remember the skill that goes into creating them into that standard shape. That's amazing. 510220, the item number. We've also got the viburnum. This is the Eskimo standard. This is the one that Adam said at the beginning of the show that he's quite excited about having on. I know he's a big fan of the Eskimo anyway, but to have it as the standard, even better. £25.49 is the price there. 510944 is your item number. We've got the big Dixonia for you. So this is in a 17 centimetre pot. It's on a double up deal. I was out watering my Dixonia this morning, in actual fact. A great one for the shady spots in the garden too. So this paired with, your acers and with your other ferns is going to look absolutely amazing. Those croziers as they open up are fascinating, and then they throw out these massive, great big leaves. They will form the logs, but they take years to do that. But don't panic about that because you still get a really impressive display from the foliage. 500233, I definitely consider doubling up on that one. Get a couple of those. And it's double up for 20 quid, which isn't bad at all. Take your extra 15% off as a club member too. Next up, we've got the hibiscus. Now, come on, hibiscus is looking amazing at the moment, isn't it? Everywhere I go at the minute, I see hibiscus in flower. Just bright, bold, gorgeous, tropical looking flowers you get. This is my favourite kind, actually. Listen, I love the chiffon ones, but I really like being able to see the prominence of that central part of the flower. It's awesome. 500074, the item number, and you can double up if you want to. Double up for £10 or £8.50 if you're a club member. Next up, the composts. Yes, we have got the combo pack, and this is the one that comes with the soluble fertiliser. So you're getting 110 litres of compost, and you are going to get 100 grams of the soluble fertiliser. £23.79 is the delivered price, no postage to pay. Love getting these things delivered because they are heavy. Who was it? Somebody messaged us yesterday saying they just had a delivery of their compost. That apparently the delivery person was not very happy because they were delivering in the heat. But hey, much better, you get it delivered direct to your door, isn't it? 100208 is the item number if you'd like to go for it. It's the best compost you'll ever use, and we want you all to become compost snobs, please. Thank you very much. Please and thank you. Okay, so yeah, make sure you've stocked up on your compost. I've just opened my last bag, so I definitely need to place another order to get my composts.
I've got about 6 at the moment.
I did loads
in reserve.
I did loads of jobs the other day and went through 3 bags. So yeah, I need to place an order.
I've been doing it with Bex, just putting real big, thick layers of it over the soil between the plants, just to hold the moisture in and just keep it in the soil.
Yeah, it's a good thing to do. It's a really good thing to do. Right, we're bringing you into our citrus section now, and we're moving on, first of all, to the citrus orange, which, I mean, it's put on a bit of growth, hasn't it, the citrus orange?
Just a little bit.
I can see that all of this is, there's flowers. Oh, they smell so good.
There's some more down there as well, which is good, isn't it? Because obviously flowers means fruit, and they're self-fertile as well, these ones. There's a little dandelion clock there, look, just kind of, off you go, on your way.
Make a wish. I've made a wish. Oh, they smell so good.
I've got to have a whiff, because I do love it.
It's proper citrus fragrance, sweet citrus fragrance.
That is so divine.
It's lovely. Now, we don't guarantee this one comes with fruit, but what we are showing you is that the size of this, it's absolutely ready to bear fruits. The one that we've got next to it, by the way, which we'll talk about in a minute, that's the lime with fruit, 4 litre pot. This is the orange without fruit, 5 litre pot. What I am pointing out to you here is that this is of the size and age that it is ready to grow fruits for you.
Yeah, they have gone berserk this year where we've been storing them.
There is a fruit, look.
Yeah, there is a little dinky fruit.
We don't guarantee it, but there is a dinky fruit.
Yeah, I mean, you might get the odd fruit on there, but what we're saying is if you go for the ones with fruit, they're a different price point, and they will have a number of fruit. That one, you might just be lucky enough to have an odd one on there. Citrus are easy to grow. They're loving the super hot summers we're having. Keep them outside during the summer, in fact, from mid-spring through summer, through to mid-autumn. And I've kind of revised my advice a little bit on these as well, because I was saying when we originally bought these to you, definitely bring them indoors by about the middle of autumn. But lots and lots of people have got in contact with me and said, Adam, I do keep my citrus out all year round. Even our lovely Stu has got a citrus that he just puts in his porchway for the winter time. And the way the winters are changing at the moment, most winters, most weeks of most winters, these can be outside in that lovely shelter position, west or south facing, up against the brickwork or a garage wall or somewhere like that. It's just when we get the exceptionally low temperatures that can kick in, because that's the problem. We're kind of getting lulled into a false sense of security because summers are turning out to be really hot now, and winters are still generally getting milder, but that doesn't preclude us from those odd, really cold spells.
Absolutely, and the thing is, like you said, it's belts and braces, isn't it? And also, we're talking to an audience that potentially is spanning the entire width and breadth of the country.
Exactly.
So we have to give the best advice that covers absolutely everybody. And
these will take a very sort of small autumn frost. The very first one, you get a little bit of frost on your windscreen. That's not going to affect them. Yeah. It's just when we get down to those frosts where the pond freezes solid on top. The ground's like really iron hard, all your pots are frozen. They don't want to be outside in those sort of cold temperatures. That's when they need to come indoors for some protection, but not centrally heated. A cool room, a cool conservatory, a frost-free greenhouse. As long as there's lots of light, drop the watering down. As soon as the weather improves, you can pop them back outside. And a few other quick things, whether it's the orange or the lime or grapefruit or calamondin or whatever kumquat, whatever citrus you grow, they do require an ericaceous soil or compost because they're lime-hating plants. Pruning wise, do it in February, but don't go bonkers. All you're aiming to do is any branches that are growing inwards or rubbing or crisscrossing, remove those. Try and just keep an open centre to the plant for the airflow. And then eventually you'll end up with a plant like the one in front of Bex here, that's got blooms on it, that's got sort of fruit developing, it'll have ripe fruit, and they tend to end up eventually doing pretty much all these things at a similar time.
Well, this is what we always say, isn't it? You know, they're evergreen foliage, and you could have flowers and fruits forming at the same time. And actually, that's exactly what's happening with this particular plant. Right, it's £25.49. That is a delivered price. I have to point out, we always do, the weight of these plants is just crazy. They use some kind of volcanic compost when they pot these up. We import these over from our growing partners over in Sicily. Our head gardener always goes every year for like a wonderful buying trip out there just to see what there is. And yeah, these are heavy, and these will be delivered with no postage cost to you. As long as you use the code, please, YGTV3126. That'll give you your £15 discount, and it will take the £6.99 postage off. Let's move over, shall we? We've got the limes.
Yeah.
Maybe you want to grow limes.
Yeah, and limes. I love limes. Sometimes when I have a Bacardi and Coke, I think I prefer a slice of lime to a slice of lemon. It just gives it a bit of a different twist. We did ask people the other day what they do with limes, and loads of suggestions came in.
Yeah.
Now, the difference between the lime is it's in a slightly smaller pot, but this one comes with fruit.
Yeah.
I think Matt said the other day, generally we sort of say a minimum of 2 fruit per tree. And what we said about the orange applies to this. So the same kind of compost conditions, outside during the summer, can stay outside most of the winter. In fact, if you live in sort of one of those inner city areas, for example, or right down on the south coast, or one of those really sort of microclimate kind of places, you probably could leave your citrus out all year through. But in those colder spots where we can get quite sort of penetrating frost, just that little bit of protection from those is all they need, really. Feed them. Get yourself a citrus feed. These could stay in the same pots as they are now, but you probably want to think about putting them into a slightly bigger pot. Just one little word of advice, though. When you get yours home, in your excitement, don't rip open the top of the box and go to grab them like this. You'll let go flipping quick.
Yeah.
I'll tell you why, because you can see here, for example,
Spiky.
yeah, they've got some sort of sharp spines on. That's very common to citrus. So open the box all the way down and slide it out by the pot.
Yeah.
But it's just, I mean, you know, the club discount price on these is ridiculous, and the only reason we can bring you this price is because we were talking to our head gardener, and I think originally he went down to the grower down in Sicily, and he started asking the guy, you know, what will you do these per unit for 2,000, 3,000, and the guy kept giving a different price, and in the end Peter said, how many have you got? And the guy said 14,000, and Peter said, I'll have them all. And that's why. I mean,
That's why we've got an amazing price.
That orange tree. I mean, some garden centres will probably charge you 50, 60, 70 quid for an orange tree that big. And all you've got to do is just tap a button, tap a screen, and it arrives.
Okay, citrus lime with fruit available for you. 300328, the item number, saving £15. Get it delivered for £29.74. If you're a club member, if you haven't joined the club yet, now's the time to do it. You saved what? £5? Yeah, £5 just on that one item by being a club member. And that's half the cost of joining the club in the first place anyway. So that's well worth joining. Right, we have got a whole rose table for you here. So we've got our Rose of the Week coming up, which is Adam's lovely one, Blue Moon. But we have brought some of our favourite roses forward for you. Starting off at the end with Chandos Beauty.
Yeah.
And if you want a scented rose, you've got to have a Chandos Beauty.
You have. It's a hybrid tea type rose, and it's got this most gorgeous flower. I mean, look how dense those petals are. It is your classic type of Valentine kind of rose. If you imagine the sort of the Valentine's Day roses where you've got that lovely super straight stem, and then you've got that perfectly formed rose on top. That is what you're getting with Chandos Beauty. It will repeat flower for you as well.
It will repeat flower.
It will repeat flower, which is good. So what we've got to do is, once that rose has gone over, go down to an outward facing leaf, go down to the stem about the thickness of sort of something between like a knitting needle and a pencil. That's what I normally say. Cut above an outward facing leaf, a new shoot will come through, and that will give you another lot of flowers. All of these as well, just to not repeat on every single one. When you get them home, whatever one you plant, always make sure the little knuckly bit is at least 1 inch to 2 inches below the final soil level. And all of these roses love a really bright, open, sunny position. and you can grow them in pots. Of course, you can grow them in the ground as well. And I'm sure Bexon would recommend, same as me, dig in lots of organic material before you plant them. Could be a bag of our farmyard manure, could be a bag of our premium professional compost, but that will hold on to the moisture, give them a really good start, water them well. You may get the odd few flowers even this year, but next year, once they're established, they're going to zoom away.
They really do as well. I you know, the burying the knuckle. I planted my Catherine rose the other day. And then I done it all, finished, looked at it and went, ugh. I'd planted it too shallow, hadn't I? I hadn't buried the knuckle. I had to dig it back up again and rebury it.
It's so weird you say
that. I was so
annoyed.
annoyed.
I planted a white rose for a customer the other week. It wasn't from us, by the way. It was from that other place, that DA.
A different place.
Yeah, but I didn't buy it. Like they bought it. And I took ages planting it. And I thought I'd plant it deep enough. And I watered it with a watering can.
And it took
and
it
like,
down.
oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, I'd like to do the same as you. I had to take it out and redo it. It's like,
happens to us all. All right, that one is the beautiful Chandos Beauty. If you want a very elegant and highly scented rose, then you do need to go for the Chandos Beauty. Now, you will look at them and they are looking like they've been trimmed back. And we do that here at the nursery, don't we?
Yeah, we do, because you see, we have thousands and thousands of roses, and obviously they don't all sell at the same time. So if we just had a rose sitting out there for 3 or 4 months and we just let it grow and grow and grow, it'd get so flipping big and wide, we couldn't get it in the original boxes that are allocated for them. So 2 or 3 times during the season, we trim them back a little bit. But that just really, it's like a rag to a bull, really, because that just encourages them to keep growing and keep shooting. So even if one of these arrives to you this coming week and it's been chopped back, there's still a chance you will get some flowers, because we're only the beginning of August, aren't we, from next week?
It's a bit like the deadheading process anyway, isn't it?
That's what it is.
It's basically the same thing. Right, that is the Chandos Beauty then. £5 saving on that one. Next, we're going to move on to the Peace Rose, which is a very famous rose, actually.
It is, yeah. I mean, peace almost never happened, because it was bred in France, I believe it was. And it was at the time when Europe was being invaded by the Nazis, and the French grower got into a panic that this rose wouldn't make it, so they sent cuttings off to different parts of the world. I think Canada was one of the places, other different places as well, and they managed to save this rose. And at the end of the war, when they kind of formed the first kind of UN, they gave a gift of one of these roses to each of the delegates at this UN that they'd recently created, really to kind of celebrate peace, and hopefully that peace would remain after the Second World War. And peace has also given birth to the biggest amounts of crossbred roses almost of any rose in existence. There are literally hundreds and hundreds of other roses that have got peace in their ancestry. It's tough, it's loved, it's the world's most sold rose as well. Many, many, many millions of these roses. It's classic, it's historic, it's fragrant, it's tough, it's stately, and it's just purely beautiful.
It really is, honestly. I love the colour of it, because it's got this yellow tone, but it's also got apricot tones around the edges as well. So you do have this sort of dual colour that goes on. I'm not going to call it a bi-colour rose, because I mean, it is, but do you know what I mean? Like, I think the bi-colour rose, like the orange and lemon and the raspberry ripple, it's two very separate colours. This kind of bleeds into each other.
Yeah, and it's kind of as the flower ages, Bex, as well, isn't it? Because with the raspberry ripple, for example, the two colours are there right from when the flower first opens. But with peace, when it first opens, you can get that really kind of pure yellow. And then as the flowers fade out, they can almost go to like a soft white colour. So you get that lovely, lovely colour change on there, but you get those really big, impressive flowers on lovely, long, straight stems.
OK, well, that one is Rose Peace in the 4-litre pot, £5 saving, £16.99. It looks like these are all like Rose of the Week prices, doesn't it? I think we're bringing you favourite roses at Rose of the Week prices. Let's move on, shall we, to the Iceberg Rose that we've got for you next. This is a classic pure white rose. Sometimes we call something white and it's not actually white. This one is pure white. By the way, sorry, Peace, I'm going to move you out of the way because you're destroying it. That is the Iceberg Rose. Absolute gorgeous white.
And it's a climber. It's the climbing one as well, the climbing iceberg, this one. So, which is really, really good, because I mean, you can get this as it's a climber, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
It is. You're right.
So you can
I was questioning you. You're right. You're right.
Yeah, you can get it as a climber or a hybrid tea, I think iceberg is.
Yeah.
And it is a really fragrant rose as well. it's one of the go-to roses. People ask me for like a classic white rose. I say iceberg or pascali. It'll get to about 2 to 3 metres tall. Perfect height for growing over a little arbour or an archway. And I know that because there's a customer that I visit that have done just that. And it looks so elegant when it climbs up one of these archways. It's another one that will repeat flower for you.
It'll repeat flower.
It will repeat flower. It's tough. It's... now there's an issue here. We might have got the wrong example.
Hold on. It's still iceberg rose, but it's not the climbing one.
OK. It's the floribunda.
All right, they've given us the wrong ticket. It's the bush rose we've got for you, not the climber.
Yep, so this, I mean, it'll get up to about 1 metre tall, no kind of taller than that. So 80 centimetres, about 1 metre tall. It will repeat flower.
Repeat flower.
Tough, hardy, reliable, beds and borders, pots and containers, long-lived, and just a really gorgeous, pure white flowering rose.
A beautiful white flowering rose. Not the most scented, I will say. Iceberg has a delicate scent to it, so still a scent. So if you're the kind of person that loves a rose bush but doesn't want overpowering scent, this is a great one to go for.
It's subtle, isn't it?
It's a subtle one. Still a lovely scent, but not like Chandos Beauty, basically. It's the other end of the spectrum there. £16.99 the price on that one is your discount club saving price. Now we are going on to, here's 2 fantastic ones. First of all, we're starting with hot chocolate, Rose of the Year in 2006, and it's got a very, I mean, it's not chocolate brown, is it? But it's got a kind of umber colour.
It's not a million miles away from the colour of your top, to be honest.
It's a pretty one, isn't it?
It is nice.
Look at that.
It's a floribunda, this one.
Unusual colour.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And it's got those quite simple looking flowers. I really like the simplicity, but the elegance of these. And this is one of your sort of cluster flowering ones, what we call floribunda. So you get a lot of flowers on the end of each stem. But what is particularly gorgeous about it is the scalloping you get on the edge of the petals. Yeah. So not just sort of curved petals, but shaped as well. And then as the flower opens up, eventually you'll see the really gorgeous yellow stamens in the middle. Again, not a hugely fragrant one, this one. It's kind of a sort of a subtle fragrance, but it is different, it is unusual. It's hardy, beds and borders or pots and containers.
Lovely rose. OK, £16.99 is the price on that one. 780188 the item number. And then finally on this table, one that Adam has, you've got a few people to get these. In fact, there's a few people, I'm sure, probably in the chat, who will say, I got this because Adam told me to. It's the Blue Moon. Yeah,
I adore Blue Moon. I mean, what a rose this is. It's an extraordinary colour. It's not blue at all. It's a really incredible purple. And this one, excuse me, is right up there when it comes to fragrance. This has a really deep, proper rose fragrance. Can get quite tall. I mean, despite what it says on the label, I've seen these get to sort of 1 metre, even 1.2 metres tall eventually. Big flower heads. It is hybrid tea, this one, but it can sort of cluster flower a little later in the season. But if you want a rose that is vigorous, got the most extraordinary, gorgeous purple colour, big, really what Bex would call petalicious flowers that pump out a stunning fragrance, and it's a really long-established, well-loved rose, go for Blue Moon. You'll adore it.
It is a pretty one. Look at the colour of that. That's definitely a reason to go for this one. Quite unusual. Right, 780181, the item number there, £16.99. So I think, do you know what? I'm going to call them all Rose of the Week. They're all the Rose of the Week because they're all on those Rose of the Week prices. They've all got something just that little bit different going on. You can pick whichever ones you like the look of, or if you've got the space, get them all.
Yeah, why not?
How many rose bushes you got now?
Oh my God, I must have 40 or 50. I should think my latest one, Raspberry Ripple. I got that from YouGarden the other day.
Very good.
So, and it's already budding up, which is good. I gave it a good drink this morning. Yeah, I just keep buying them from YouGarden. I was never a big rose fan till I started doing the shows. And then I saw roses up close and I thought, you know what, you're gorgeous, you are.
I'm having you.
Yeah, I'm having you. And then
you're coming home with me.
There was a big, massive amount just in the sample area last year, all different ones. And I just had a word with the powers that be and I said, like...
Can I have them?
Yeah.
Can I buy them off you?
Can I have them all? And they said, yeah. Not have them. I did have to pay. But, yeah, and they've all taken beautifully and I've got a sea of lovely, lovely rose colours now.
Gorgeous.
And I don't coordinate them either. I don't mind them all mixed up. I'm quite happy to have yellow with bright reds and pinks with whites, whatever. I just like them.
Yeah, I think it's pretty. We're going to have to come and visit once it's
Yeah,
all...
no, you're welcome. Yeah.
Once it's all properly blooming.
Well, that's about now. So
Well, we need to can we come around?
we need to get a date because August. It's August in a few days, isn't it? So Saturday, isn't it? I think the 1st of August.
It's going to be here before we know it. Right, let's jump into the emails, shall we, and say hello to everybody. I've got a lot of emails. I'll do my best. Right, Ali G, a few photos of plants looking good in our garden at the moment, although not a lot are looking that good. Ali, it's life, mate. It's fine. Oh, there we go. I bet you've got some beautiful bees having a nice time in there.
Little foxglove, kind of still holding its own, even late in the season.
Oh, gorgeous rose. It's focused on your door, but never mind. Beautiful rose there.
I hadn't said that. I like that door, actually.
I know, actually, that is a gorgeous door.
I like that blue. And I like the little cheeky window you got in that door.
And Lychnis.
Yay, yeah, it's a little Lychnis.
Excuse me.
Because we do that as a double white or a double pink.
So that's Henri, isn't it? Henry.
Yeah.
The white one is Henry. The pink one is Jenny.
Jenny, yep.
That's it. Right, Mauricia, remember the tiny red banana tree I showed you that was in the trough Derek transplanted in another pot, and here it is now. Looking beautiful.
It's gone bananas.
It has gone bananas. Look at that. How's Derek doing? Is he recovering all right, Mauricia? Is he sitting watching over? You got him doing jobs yet? That's what I'd like to know.
I like that little green dove as well.
It's very cute. And here's some new ones. She's got some banana plants as well.
That's coming on good.
It's one of my favourite things I've got this year is the banana plants. I'm so thrilled with mine.
Loads of people
they're the best thing.
Yeah, well, the heat. I mean, with all the heat we've got, and if you keep them well watered, that East Coast Tropicals, this picture they sent, there's the other week.
Nathan popped in earlier. I don't know if he's still around, but he did pop into the chat earlier to say hello.
Couldn't believe how big they're getting.
Derek's favourite plant, which is the Coleus solar flare. And yet, look at the colours on there.
That's got everything going for it, isn't that plant?
Yes, hasn't
It's got the leaf shape, it's got the colour. It's just, it's like something from another planet, that plant.
It is a stunner. All right, thank you. Right, I'm going to go to Tony, who hasn't sent us a picture. He said, advice needed. I've purchased some of your swell gel, but I have now realised that we are in August, nearly. And if I use it now for my pots, it will probably take me a while to do them all, and I might be wasting the plant growth element as they don't really need it now. I thought perhaps be best to leave it till spring next year. I know that means I've still got to water a lot, but hopefully not for long. Kind regards, Tony. What would you do?
I think you could still use swell gel depending on what you're planting up. So if you're going to do window boxes, winter window boxes or hanging baskets, they can still stay quite dry because they're right next to the house. Even in a wet winter, they can still need watering. So you could still put a little bit of swell gel in those just to keep them holding on to the moisture. But if you're going to have pots and things out in the open garden, I wouldn't bother now. Not for the winter flowering stuff. I'd only use it for the summer flowering. And use the right amount, because years ago, donkeys years ago, I remember a customer gave me loads of packs of that. And I looked at how much it said to use and I thought, oh no, that's rubbish. So I just emptied loads in, watered all the plants, came back the next day and it expanded so much that everything had all fallen out the pots. Honestly, Bex, yeah. I got there and I thought squirrels had done it. But when I looked, there was just this big blob of of frog spawny like stuff that had expanded so much, it just lifted all the plants out.
Well, I've got a similar story. So my hanging baskets this year, and I use swell gel. I think it's brilliant stuff, by the way, but it's just a lesson in using the right amount, and it is perfect if you use the right amount. I did not pay attention, and I put loads in one, and then I wondered why one of my hanging baskets wasn't doing too well. It's because my plants were drowning, because they hold on to water so well. Yeah, they do. So I had to redo my second hanging basket. So it's fantastic stuff. It absolutely holds on to moisture. Use the right amount. Yeah, just a sprinkle. That's all you need. Yeah. All right, we're going to come back to some more pictures in a little while. Donna, I've looked at your picture. I don't want to show it because, mind you, it's your kid 10 years ago. Are you all right with us showing that picture? He looks like my son. Is that what you're trying to say? Because he definitely does look like my boy. But yeah, let me know if you're all right with us showing the picture, first of all. Where do you want to go, Matt? Oh, we want to show you some pictures. We want to show you some items. Starting off with the beautiful pear. We've got the Doyenne du Comice for you, which is a beautiful pear that you can maintain the size of. You can contain a grow if you would like to as well. Totally winter hardy, dead easy to grow. Just sunny spot. Keep it regularly watered. You will be growing pears on here, potentially from maybe getting a few next year, but don't let it fruit too much in the first few years. Let the plant get strong and healthy first. 300009 is your item number, and your delivered price will be £19.54. some more grow your own. We have got some citrus coming up next, which is the citrus orange in the massive, great big 5-litre pot. Now, we don't guarantee it comes with fruits on. The one that we have here in the potting shed does actually have a fruit. It has some gorgeous fragrant flowers too. Now, citrus plants are easy to look after, a bit of winter protection, but lovely sunny spot for the rest of the time. And make sure you've got your ericaceous compost, keep them regularly watered and give them a little feed. They're self-fertile, and yes, you'll be able to grow your own oranges or limes. So this is the one in the 4-litre pot. It comes with fruit, this one, so we will guarantee that you will get fruits on this particular tree. It's got a £15 saving, £29.74, same care as the orange. Why not have your own citrus orchard like the rest of us? I've got 3 citrus plants now. Crazy, but I love it, honestly. 300328, the item number for the citrus lime with the fruit. Next up, we have got more grow your own. We've got the Little Miss Figgy. So this is the one that you can maintain the size out of. Now look, if you grow this in a pot, you could maintain the size of this at, you know, anywhere from, say, 1.2 metres to 1.8 metres. So anywhere between 4 and 6 feet, which is teeny tiny for a fig. Now, the figs that you'll get won't be the massive figs. They are, you know, slightly smaller figs, but still juicy, delicious figs for you. 340117, the item number, and £16.99 is your delivered price. And we do have that double up deal available. So if you'd like to get a couple of these, it's well worth it. It's double up for £10 or £8.50 if you are a club member. Next up, we have the compost. Now, for the majority of things that we have shown you today, this is what you are going to need to use. And who better to tell you about it than our very own head gardener?
We describe this as premium professional compost. And the reason for that is it is the compost that is known, this formula we have perfected over decades. I've been using it for decades. We have perfected it over decades. You've got a blend of the best peats plus wood fibre that you can imagine. Now, by volume, approximately 50% of this compost is wood fibre, and the balance is made up of a blend of peats, and there are 3 different peats. So you've got things like sphagnum moss peat, which is renewable. You've got sedge peat, and then you've got darker sphagnum as well in there. So you've got 3 different peats. You've also got, you can see actually just there, there's slow release fertiliser. These little green, what look like little eggs, you'll see those dotted among the compost when you're planting it. That's slow release fertiliser. One of the most expensive ingredients in any compost is fertiliser. You can see there's another one just down below. That is amazing because that will deploy nutrients to the roots of whatever you grow in this compost just when they need it over the next 6 months. You then got what's called a buffer. Now, peat in particular is naturally acidic. So, and plants like to be just on the acidic side of neutral as a generality. There are exceptions, so things like rhododendrons and azaleas, they love to be properly acidic in terms of the ericaceous soil or compost they're growing in. But most things like it just on the slightly acidic edge of neutral. So that's what this is designed to give you. So it's got a pH buffer to keep it in exactly that zone. The wood fibre keeps the sort of perfect air-water porosity ratio, which is what we talk about in the trade, all these complicated terms. But it's, what plants need is they need a jungle gym to grow in. So they need a jungle gym for their roots, which is called growing medium. They need some water, and they need some air, and they need nutrients. And when you've got the perfect compost, it blends the air and the water and the constituents of the compost. It all blends together to give the perfect environment. That's what this particular compost does, which is why it's trusted by us. We will be growing approximately 150,000 potted roses on this nursery this year. That's roughly what we grow most years. We'll be growing, I don't know how many hanging baskets, but our pre-planted hanging baskets that will be available later, you will have bought them in the autumn and last spring as well. They grow in this compost. We will grow countless perennials, whether they be in the 9 centimetre square pots or the 3 litre pots or the 5 litre pots, plus fruit trees. And this is the compost we use for all of those things. So we trust it, the trade trusts it, and actually based upon the well, literally hundreds and hundreds of thousands of bags of this particular compost that you've bought over the years, you definitely trust it as well. And, you know, and actually, peat is a thing. We need to think about peat. Not me. I happen to also be peat, but it's the peat that's in here that we're talking about. we can still use peat in our gardens right now, and actually the alternatives, generally speaking, are a bit iffy. So if you want to get the best results, in my view, use this particular compost for as long as you can. It's got 50% other material in it, which is the lowest level we could get to and still have a professional quality product for you and for ourselves. So we've been as eco-friendly as we can, and we jumped onto that particular that approach years and years and years ago. So this is the same formulation that we've had for at least the last 6 or 7 years, with 50% other material to bulk out the peat, and it still works better. So I would say this is, in my opinion, it's the only compost I use at home. It's the compost we use on the nursery. I can't recommend it highly enough.
I need to talk now, don't I? So there you go. That is the premium professional compost for you. And that is a very, very in-depth explanation from our head gardener there, Mr. Peter McDermott. You'll get 110 litres of the compost, a 50-litre bag, a 60-litre bag, and we're also going to put in that 100-gram sachet of the Blooming Fast fertiliser as well, which is phenomenal stuff. £23.79 is the delivered price for that. Hello to Jamie on Facebook. He says, what a lovely couple. Are they married?
What, Peter and Sean? Oh.
Or Peter and Sean, or me and Adam. No, we're not married.
No, it wouldn't work.
It wouldn't work.
No.
Wouldn't work.
No.
I like him. Well, I like him quite a lot.
Some people like that sort of relationship. I mean, it's like you do your thing, I do my thing.
We are what we class as work wife and husband. We'll go with that one. But yes, I have a husband. And you have a husband. That's why it's not going to work. 100208 is the item number if you want to go for the compost. We have got some more plants for you, though. We have got the gorgeous Magnolia stellata as a standard. And this is exciting, isn't it? I love the tree shape.
It is exciting. Now, I'm just going to say, earlier on, if you saw the Edgeworthia and you got the Edgeworthia, you might want to think about getting the Magnolia as well, because they flower at kind of a similar time. If you're into your winter flowering shrubs, and if you're into a Magnolia that's actually fragrant, not a lot of them are fragrant. This has very different flowers to the Soulangiana type. This doesn't have tulip flowers. This has, as the name suggests, star-shaped flowers that open out, the petals reflex backwards, and it will flower for about 4 weeks, on and off. And then you get the odd few flowers even beyond that. And this is a standard form of it, which is great. So with the standard, you can see there, you can plant right up to the base of this. So if space is a sort of an issue for you, i.e. you haven't got a lot of it, if you planted the shrub form of this, that's going to have a big footprint. But of course, with the standard, you can have all the colour up top. You can have those blooms, those blossoms, the fragrance, but you can plant right up to the base with lots of other nice sort of trees and shrubs as well. This would make a very, very impressive plant for a pot or a container. It's already starting to produce lots and lots of buds on here, which will be your flowering buds for next winter. It's tough. Very, very hardy. The leaves turn a lovely yellowy colour in the autumn before they drop. It will take all those minus temperatures, as I just said. And it does tend to prefer slightly acidic soil, but it's not really kind of rabid about it. I
have not got mine planted. So I've got the bush, and it's in a border. It's in the wrong place. It's in a bit too shady spot, to be perfectly honest with you. I really do need to move it at some point. But it does still flower. It's in my clay soil, and it does absolutely fine.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I'd say, I wouldn't put them in very, very alkaline or very chalky soils, but generally most soils these do really, really well in. But they are so beautifully impressive with those big, white star-shaped flowers that are really, really fragrant. They bring in the early pollinators, and a bit like the Edgeworthia we were talking about earlier on, the flowers stand out so well because they come out before the foliage, so that the leaves don't obscure those beautiful, beautiful blooms. Height-wise, you decide really. You could leave this to get taller and taller year on year, but if you decide you want to reduce the height of it, do that immediately after it's finished flowering. Then all the new wood it creates, that will be your flowering wood for the following year. And if I can just quickly show you around the back here, I was mentioning to you about, you can already see the buds starting to form. Let me just move that one out of the way there, Bex. You can see there, look, going up this stem, already you can see those little furry buds. So they're going to be...
like catkins?
Yeah, they're going to be... There's already the blooms there are developing for next sort of late winter to early spring.
There's quite a few of them, actually.
Yeah,
when you look along the plants.
This will definitely flower for you in 2027.
Wow.
And an important thing, if you order this today and get it home, do make sure you keep it really moist for the rest of the summer, because things like rhodies, azaleas, magnolias start to produce their buds right now for next spring. But if they dry out, sometimes they will abort those buds. They will drop them off, and then you will miss out on flowers. So all you've got to do is just keep it hydrated, and then next spring you can have those incredible, stunning, pure white, but also fragrant, magical flowers.
It's a lovely one, honestly. I fell in love with this several years ago. Saw it in a neighbour's garden and thought, yeah,
It's
when
lovely.
it was in full bloom. We got a picture of it, sort of against a blue. That's it, against the blue sky. That's the one, and that's how I saw the plant in my neighbour's garden and thought, absolutely, I need that in my life.
Yeah, and they flower for weeks, Bex. I mean, at least sort of 4 weeks, even sort of 5 weeks. They have their sort of couple of weeks where they really kind of peak flower-wise, and they pretty much self-deadhead as well. But it's a tough plant. It'll come back year after year. Full sun, part sun, beds and borders, pots and containers. Prune if you want, or just leave it to do its own thing. It really is just sort of a plant it, love it, leave it plant. But if you are one of those people that does that thing every year where you keep getting jealous of everybody else's magnolias and you keep saying you're going to get one, and then it comes around again, you haven't got one, well, today you can remedy that.
You absolutely can. For £29.74, your delivered price, no postage to pay. The code is very, very important. So it's YGTV 3126. When you place your order on the website, there's a little box that says, do you have an offer code? That's the offer code that you put in there. There's another box that says, do you have a voucher code? That's where you can use one of your £5 vouchers. If you've got your club membership and you've still got some vouchers to use, that's where you can enter those details.
Bex, tell me, how the hell can this be under £30?
I know.
I mean, look at it. It's massive.
It's beautiful.
I mean,
I
gardens.
tell you what, when that is in bloom as well, okay, and this is the thing, when that's in bloom, a garden centre would put the price of that up.
50 quid.
Yeah,
That'll
easily.
Easily 50, 60 pounds in some garden centres. I do not know how that is coming to you for under £30. And you can even use a £5 voucher to get another fiver off that. So honestly, I'm not just saying this as sales speak, because I don't do that rubbish. I'm just saying if you've always coveted a magnolia and you want one, I really don't see how you can get a plant this size anywhere else for under £30.
There you go, 510220, the item number on your Magnolia Stellata standard. We've got another standard for you, which is the beautiful viburnum. This is the viburnum Eskimo standard, known as the snowball tree, right?
Yes, yeah, it's got that. Although this one, actually, I think that might be the wrong picture.
What, the one on the screen?
Yeah,
or?
that's right. That I didn't, because that's the roseum, viburnum roseum.
It's very similar what it produces, right?
Yeah, this one has kind of more, rather than ball-shaped, kind of slightly sort of more flat, but still a bit rounded kind of flowers. This one's evergreen as well.
Right.
So it sort of it keeps its leaves all the year through.
Oh, fab. Well, I love the fact that it's evergreen. That's good.
Yeah, so really, really tough plant, hardy plant as well. And again, pruning wise, you decide. I mean, you can leave the top to kind of get bigger and bigger if you want to. Or again, immediately with all viburnums, if you prune it back immediately after they're flowered, then the new growth they produce, leave that, because that will be your flowering wood for the following year. You don't want to cut that off. Don't ever prune laburnum late summer. Otherwise, all the buds that are just starting to form, and you can see this one again has got all they're just already in there now. So if you prune that off now, you're going to chop all your flowers off the next spring.
Don't do it. I really like the leaves on here as well, actually, because they've kind of got those, sort of veining, the markings on there.
And they're lovely and glossy.
You do get that a lot with viburnums, don't
you? Yeah, they're very, very pronounced leaves. Look how glistening and shiny that is. And when it comes into bloom, it's really, really knockout, this one.
It is a stunner and has been very carefully fashioned into that standard shape. It is quite a skilled process. It's not... is it grafted?
Yeah, it's grafted. You can see at the top there, can't you? Just there.
There's the graft point there. And that graft point, by the way, I mean, that grafting process, it is quite skilled, isn't it? It's,
goodness me. I mean, these days...
You can learn how to do it, but it's quite skilled to get a neat graft like that.
And it's becoming more and more of a rare thing to find people who do grafting, because young people aren't really getting into that kind of thing these days. So if you you are a professional grafter, you're in big demand in the industry.
You're a grafter.
Well, not like that way, no, but I do try and put a good day's work in.
We work hard, that's it. Right, 510944, the item number. I'm very proud of the standards that YouGarden produce. We do so many different ones, and it does mean that you can fit more into your garden, which is one of the reasons I actually really like standards, because it means that it only takes up the footprint of the stem. You can get stuff underneath it, whereas if it's the bush, takes up much more space.
Yeah. So ideal for pots. And of course, you can get a nice big pot, put that in the middle, and then you can put your winter bed in or your summer bed in right up to the base of the stem, and you can pretty much do that in the ground as well. So you if you just put things just on the edge of where the actual root ball of that is, that will grow up to the base of the stem, and then that's it. Everything's covered. But you've got space up vertically and you've got space horizontally, so you're sort of kind of double using the space you've got.
Definitely. Right, 510944, the item number on the Viburnum Eskimo standard. Make sure you use your code, please, YGTV 3126. Very important to use that code, otherwise you will be paying more. And nobody wants to pay more. We all want to pay less. So let's pay less, shall we? £6.99 postage will be taken off there as well when you use that code. So make sure you enter that. Go to yougarden.com to place your orders. Shall we do something else? Emails. I thought you said something else, Matt. Shall we do emails? Yes, let's do emails because there's loads of them. Right, D-Dub, I'm going to show yours because this is very cute. Anybody that watches us on TikTok will have seen me get in a 50-litre pot the other day. And
I did see that as well, funny.
D-Dub found a picture of her son from 10 years ago.
Oh, bless.
Sitting in a pot. Do you know what? My first thought when I looked at it was that looks like my son 10 years ago. It looks like my son 10 years ago. But you're absolutely right. That is like me sitting in a pot.
I tell you, if he's 15 now, he's not going to be happy that picture being shown on YGTV.
So
now, what'd you show that for? Look, right, idiot.
What a cutie, though. Oh, D-Dub, he's lovely. Yeah, I did get in a pot. Sorry about that, everybody. Right, Peter sent some pictures in. Love it when Peter sent pictures. Ooh.
Japanese anemones.
Anemones.
Yeah, they keep changing the name of these because they were Japanese, and I think they're called anemone hupiensis.
Hupiensis, that's a great name. Got some salvias in the background there as well. They're very pretty. Very nice, Peter. Let's have another look at Peter's. Geraniums. Look at that. I like how wild that looks, actually.
How's yours looking? Is yours going wild as well, your Roseanne?
Yeah, they're doing all right. One's suffered a bit just because of heat and all the rest of it, but the new ones that I planted in are looking really good. I've been on it, though. I've been making sure to keep them
Have you got
watered.
the original sort of flowering in between? I do like that. That's good. That's a nice little look.
Right, what else Peter sent? He sent quite a few, so let's have a look. Oh, the Rudbeckia.
Yay,
Look
Goldstone.
at that.
They're so good, aren't they, those plants?
They're so good.
I like the way
Rudbeckia.
they're so multi-branched.
Yeah.
They don't need staking. They flower for flipping ages, and they start flowering midsummer, and they just go all the way through, don't they, till autumn.
That hydrangea's looking pretty as well. Right, let's have another look. Oh, and there's just another shot of the Rudbeckia looking fabulous with the salvia in there as well. Yeah, fantastic plant. Big fan of Rudbeckia.
They always look so happy as well and vigorous. They never look. You never look at them and think, "Oh, you look a bit weedy." They just look like they're happy to be growing.
Right, Paige, also known as Amberlynn, has messaged in again about the Rose Blue Moon because you convinced her to buy it.
Oh, good.
So she thought she'd send some pics in.
Oh, get away! Oh, that's loads better than mine. Mine hasn't flowered that good. Look at that.
Man, that is so good.
I bet they smell divine, those flowers. I'd love to get my nose in there. It's been around for donkey's years, Blue Moon, but it's still right up there, I think, as a... Oh, look at that.
Right, so I like this one because you can see how the buds start and then how the flowers open up. So if I just zoom in here, look at the difference in colour from the really tight, pink buds to then that beautiful lavendery, purpley, pink colour that you get.
It is so stunning. And look at the health of the foliage as well. That really lovely, very glossy foliage on Blue Moon. Blue Moon is a real stately rose. I'm so chuffed you bought that. And I'm really, really chuffed you've had that good result. There's nothing worse than recommending something to somebody and then it doesn't do what it's supposed to do. But you've nailed it with that. It looks brilliant.
Dingo's in. Hello to you, my lovely. So, Hi, Bex and Adam. A few
Hi,
more
Dingo.
blooms in the front garden and awaiting a delivery of potted asters. Cheers, Dingo. Thank you so much. Whoa.
That's a lobelia.
That is amazing.
Yeah, I think that might be one of the what they call syphilitica types. That one, yeah.
That's stunning.
And look at that colour. That is proper purple, isn't it? Or is it mauve?
Oh, I don't care.
It's a bit like
that's amazing.
the bowl's mauve, isn't it? Very similar sort of flower colour to that.
Yeah, I like it.
Good, isn't it?
Look at that one.
That's not bad, is it?
Is that a canna?
It is a canna. Look at that. That is seriously impressive.
That is impressive.
It just looks so tropical, so out there.
I'm going to have to get cannas next year. I've gone for the banana plants this year and I keep seeing cannas everywhere. I'm going to have to get myself some cannas.
What was the one you'll remember straight away? I can't remember the name of it. That we had it a couple of years ago. I've got it. It's about that tall and it's like a sort of a peachy pink colour with a dark leaf.
Yeah.
I've got that one.
Was it Tropicana? No, it wasn't Tropicana.
No.
I know what you mean.
Yeah,
I can't remember
the ones
name.
that are a bit more squat.
Yeah.
We did 3 9-centimetre
That's it.
pots. Looking
Love
gorgeous.
Lovely begonias. I'm going to assume Super Cascade, but a begonia, which is tumbling. Very, very nice, Dingo. Yeah, it's Super Cascade. It's got to be. That's exactly what mine are looking like at the moment. Aren't they gorgeous? Bronze peach.
Oh, yes,
That's the one.
Cheers, Matt.
Well done, Matt. Yeah, more of the begonia Super Cascades tumbling out the edges of those pots. Are we showing this one, Matt? I know he's pressing buttons.
Do you know we sing Super Cascade, Super Cascade? They've axed the show now, haven't they?
Have they?
Yeah, blankety blanks axed.
Oh.
Yeah, gone.
What a shame. That's the one.
That's the one. That's it, Matt. Brilliant.
Email me when back in stock.
Yay.
And see, this is a good thing on the website. If something's out of stock, you can put that in and you get notifications.
Just let you know, which is great.
No, it's
so you
great.
don't miss out then.
Okay, so Baldrick. Hello, Baldrick. I like this because I get to know people's actual names rather than just their usernames. He says, what are these green things on the lily? Hang on.
They're seed heads. That's your seeds. That's your seed heads. That's canna seed heads. That's what they look like.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah, that's.
Can you collect them?
You could.
Start a new plant?
Yeah. Just now, would you? I would have to do a bit of research then, because sometimes with some plants you harvest the seed when it's in the green,
Right.
rather than let the seed
them
heads
dry.
dry off. But yeah, one way or t'other, if you let those seed heads ripen or harvest them at the right point, you could sow the seed and get more plants.
Lovely. I can swipe through these ones. So we have... Oh, hang on. Was there questions with each one? Oh, here we go. So what are the green things on the lily? And then do I have to stake the megawatt begonia? I don't think you do. Megawatt has been designed as a sort of, trailing begonia. You don't really need to do too much to it.
Not really. They won't get much taller than that either
No,
now.
that's the sort of size.
They'll just kind of spread out sideways and just keep flowering for you.
Your coleus are looking good as well.
They're looking very, very green and happy compared to that grass in the background.
Do you know what these are?
Yes. They're,
I don't actually.
Yeah, they're a plant called portulaca, which is a type of succulent. And they are very, very, very... We ought to do these, portulaca, because they're really sort of fleshy leaves and fleshy stems.
They're pretty.
And they can be a perennial plant, but only in a very warm climate. In the UK, they don't get through winters, but they are lovely.
Could you get them through if you winter protect them?
You could, yeah, you could do. But I mean, if you was in the south of Spain or south of France or somewhere, they'd probably just keep growing from year to year. But in our climate, once you get the bad frost, they kind of just go to mush.
Oh, there you go, Baldrick. That's all those ones for you. Neil, let's have a look at Neil. My bare root rose from last year, performing brilliantly. And yes, Neil, it absolutely is. Check that out.
This is your territory.
I love it. That looks absolutely amazing. I love the underplanting with the Origeron as well. That looks incredible. And you've got Adam's pot just sneaking in the corner of the picture there.
Yeah. And look how lovely the leaves are. Because it's been so hot and dry this year, it's been a good year for black spot in the sense that there isn't any.
There isn't as much as
No, because that's spread by rain and humid conditions. So that the hot, dry weather is really keeping the black spot at bay at the moment.
I had a tiny bit on one of my rose bushes this morning and I went out and chopped the leaves off that. But other than that, it's been absolutely fine. Excuse me. Another one from Neil who just says the hellebore decided to flower now. Somebody else messaged about this the other day. The hellebores are flowering at the moment.
I don't get it.
I don't understand why.
Nor
it's
do
not
I.
like there's any weird weather weather pattern that would encourage that to happen right now?
Yeah, I mean, they shouldn't be flowering this time of year. Although having said that, my primulas are all starting to send up flower shoots
Are they doing them again now?
Same as last year, yeah.
How weird, how weird. OK, thank you so much for sending pictures in. You know how much we appreciate it. Genuinely, it's one of our favourite things is actually when we see your gardens. Obviously, you know, it's great when it's the YouGarden plants as well, so we can see how they're coming along, but it doesn't have to be. We just love looking at your gardens, genuinely. It's, you know, I learn something every single time. There's new plants all the time that I've never seen before. Occasionally, we surprise Adam with stuff he doesn't know as well, but not often, sometimes.
And then I get really annoyed because I don't know it. It's like, bum, I don't know that plant. I need to know it.
Right, so let's move on, shall we? We're coming back over to our favourites table, and we're going to start with that beautiful Edgeworthia Chrysantha grandiflora. I love the name of this plant.
It is a stunningly gorgeous plant. I think it originates from places like China and sort of Korea, Japan, that neck of the woods. Extremely hardy. It's almost got like a trunk on it, like a baobab. That's what it reminds me of. It almost got like, looks like a baobab tree. It's got that kind of really weird look to it. But it produces these stunning flowers right at the end of winter into very early spring. The flower heads are about the size of an egg yolk, to give you a kind of an idea, and they smell divine.
Oh, so sweet.
Yeah, a lovely
so
honey
sweet.
kind of
Lovely.
sweet fragrance.
Yeah, yeah.
And you'll get bees on these, even though it's late winter, you know, on those lovely mild days, end of winter mild days, the first pollinators will come out, they'll land on these, and the flowers from when they first start to open to when they drop is about 6 weeks. And you'll start to see the flowers develop very, very late summer to mid-autumn. You're in the middle. This one might have some. Right in the middle. It's probably be just another few more weeks. You'll suddenly see just in the middle of the leaves, late summer, early autumn, a little bud developing in the centre. And over winter time, that gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And then in the spring, before the leaves come out, it will flower for you. They can get to about a couple of metres tall and a couple of metres wide. They like a moisture retentive soil in a sunny position. But don't put them in very, very heavy wet soils. They can rot off in very cold wet soil. So well drained, but open and sunny is their really, really happy place. And the leaves start off and they keep growing for quite a long time, the leaves. And don't worry with yours if some of the leaves turn yellow and drop off throughout the summer. It's a habit that the plant has. As it grows more leaves on top, it does drop the odd leaf further down. But it's bonkers hardy, tough, grow it in a pot or a container. If you want winter colour, fragrance and interest on a shrub that is very easy to look after, doesn't need pruning and is a stupid price, go for this, Edgeworthia Chrysantha. Grandiflora basically means big flowers, and that's what it's got.
Yeah, and flowers on those bare stems as well, which is one of my favourite things. I do love a plant that flowers on the naked branches. Just makes the flowers highlight even more. Now, we do have that double up deal available here, so you could add 2 of them into your basket and get extra discount on the second one. All you've got to do is choose to buy 2 and then enter the code YGTV3126. If you want to place your order, go to YouGarden.com. The item number you need for this one is 511789, or if you click the Live Now button when you go to the website and scroll down, you'll find all the plants that have been selected for this week's shows. Right, next up we've got the Rudbeckia. Now, Rudbeckia is a wonderful addition at this time of the year because this is when it starts to flower. Just as some of our summer stuff is starting to run out of steam, Rudbeckia pops its head up.
It does, because if you've got a gap, you have some of your earlier summer stuff has gone over. Because this year, because of the extra heat and heat waves, certain things have come and gone sooner than we'd have expected them to, and you've got a gap. Perhaps your lupins have died right down, your delphiniums have died right down, and you think, yeah, I could wait for them to grow back, but it's August in a few days' time. I don't want a gap. Get one of these, plonk it in that gap straight away, and instantly you've made that border full again. There's no gaps, there's no soil showing. You've got instant colour. They arrive to you like you see right now. There's further buds down the stem that are going to keep that colour going for you into autumn. Take the dead flower heads off once they go over, and don't wait until they've completely gone over. You know, be a little bit brutal. Once they start to just look a little bit sad, take them off soon as, because the sooner you take them off, the more flowers you'll encourage to keep developing. And this can be, in very, very ideal situation, what we call a short-lived perennial. But we're always very honest, Bex and I. We'd say, think of it as an annual and treat it as a bonus if you get it to become a perennial.
I agree. And look, at the end of the day, it's £16.99. You can double up for, what is it, £5 which is even less as a club member. You'll get 2 of those plants, and they'll just give you so much joy from now right the way through to those first frosts. I think it's well worth it, even if you just treat it as an annual for this year. They are happy flowers. Somebody said to us, these are what summer, or these look like what summer feels like.
Yeah. Such
a wonderful
that just
line.
nails it, really.
Yeah.
And they are like a bouquet of flowers in a vase. But these aren't going to be over in a few weeks. They're going to keep looking glorious for a long period of time.
Excuse me, I think Matt might have given me his cold.
I need to bring something back for the next item.
He's telling me off in my ear. Right, that is your Rudbeckia, Sunbeckia, Ophelia. We are going to move on to the wonderful little Miss Figgy. We've also got a double up deal available on this one as well. Now, this produces figs, but not massive figs.
Yeah.
You get lots of little ones.
Bite-sized figs, reliably. What it wants is a lovely, lovely sunny position, south or west facing, against the wall of a house. Could be a fence panel, could be the garage. You could grow it directly in the ground or in the pot. It will get through the cold winters, has the most incredible foliage. Even if you don't like figs, you could grow this just for ornamental purposes. The leaves turn lovely, lovely colours in autumn before they drop. It'll get slightly bigger and bigger year on year, kind of height ways. You're looking at about no more than 2 metres, sort of ultimately. So it's a really went a bit Norfolk there.
You did, didn't you?
So yeah, it really, really is quite a miniature fig, if you like, compared to the general brown turkey, which can get sort of 3 to 4 metres tall. So if you want to grow your own figs, you can, easy and simply. It is really a plant it, love it, leave it plant. Don't over pamper it though. Don't over water it. Definitely don't overfeed it. Otherwise it will just take advantage. It'll just produce loads and loads of leaf and growth, and it will be a bit laxed about producing fruit. So kind of treat it mean, and kind of keep it keen and get it to fruit for you.
Yeah, definitely. Container grow is probably one of the best things you can do with figs, just to encourage that fruit production, if that's what you're going for. I got it because it's just a pretty plant. Or I got my fig because it's a pretty plant.
He's moving again now. She's moving again.
Oh, she's moving. Bye-bye, Figgy. Right, it is a double up deal available. Double up for £10, £8.50 if you're in the club. And the item number you need is 340117. Next up, we have got a plant that every garden should have somewhere in their garden, and that would be the lavender phenomenal. Now, you can double up on this one if you want to. £5 extra to double up and get a second plant, which is less if you're a club member, of course. Now, everyone should have some lavender, shouldn't they?
They should, because I'm going to have a little scrunchy poo of it, because I just love the smell.
I do. Right, so I think lavender can split, or it can divide opinions. Some people love lavender and some people hate lavender, the scent, I mean.
Oh, really?
Now, I think that those people who say they hate the scent of lavender could be because what they're thinking of is the manufactured lavender.
Yeah.
The chemical lavender rather than natural lavender scent.
Like toilet duck. You mean?
Do you know what I mean, though?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because natural, I mean, I'm not saying everybody, some people will hate the smell of natural lavender, but, I think it's because their grandma used some kind of lavender scented product, and it's not the natural lavender, it's a chemical lavender smell, not a real one.
Lavender fresh clothes conditioner.
Exactly.
And it's like, you don't
That's
smell
not
like lavender.
lavender.
That's not lavender. You know proper lavender when you smell it, because it is really, really beautiful. And this is the plant that's coming out to you. So you've got this lovely sort of silvery grey foliage that's evergreen, and the flowers on the phenomenal are bigger. They're sort of more and more actual flowers on there. They're darker, they're more fragrant, and what they absolutely want, lavender, and they're unequivocal about this, they want full sun and really good drainage. Do not put lavender in the corner or in the shade. It will not like being in those kind of positions.
Nobody puts lavender in the corner.
Nobody puts lavender in the corner. Wants to be right out there. The Norfolk lavender fields are not far from me, and honestly, Beck, it's like a flipping desert around there.
Yeah.
It's one of the driest parts of the country, especially this year. And the lavender, they're loving it. Flowering like crazy. So if you're looking for a plant that's going to really keep coping with these hot, dry summers, it will take a little bit of damp or wet in the winter, but it doesn't want to sit permanently wet. But it will give you fragrance from the foliage. It will bring in hordes of pollinators. It will give you those beautiful, deep, deep purple, classic English lavender type flowers. And of course, there's all the things you can do with it. We mentioned earlier on, people use lavender to make ice cream, biscuits, soaps, shampoos, hand balms, hand creams. It's one of those kind of plants that's used for so many different things, but you can enjoy the beauty of this in your own garden. And you've got that brilliant plant there just ready to pop in your garden.
Well, you can have 2 of them as well because they are on a double up deal. So you can add 2 into your basket and get those extra savings. £11.04 for one though. £11.04 for that one plant is amazing. Okay, let's go on. We're just done lavender, so we're going to do the hardy fern collection. I love ferns. They're very ancient, aren't they?
Yeah, you've got the shield fern there, the copper shield fern, and they are ancient, Bex. And goodness me, ferns are around since the sort of dinosaur times. Well, even before. I mean, mosses and ferns and liverworts were some of the first plants to colonise the earth.
You remember it, right?
I do, yeah.
Remember it well.
Yeah, I was right there. Yeah, I was back then, I lived in the sea. Back then, I had flippers and fins. And you've got the Metallica one here that's got that really sort of metallic-y looking growth on there. Back to the shield fern, but these are hardy ferns. They'll come back year after year. Out of the 3 of these, one of them is sort of the copper shield fern, sort of semi-evergreen. The Metallica one is more deciduous, and this one, which I think is a type of, where is that one there? Is it this one? Can't forget the name of that one now. I think this is one of the polysticums. The polysticum is a little bit more evergreen, that particular one.
I was going to say that.
Yeah.
I genuinely was as well. And then I thought, no, I won't say it because you'll get it wrong and you'll sound like an idiot. I wish I had now.
No, it doesn't matter. Just who cares? I get it wrong. Yeah, we'll get it wrong, don't we? We have a lot of plants and things to remember, don't we?
Exactly.
But the good thing is, whether they're evergreen or not, they're hardy. So it means they come back for you year after year. They like a sort of a damp, shady spot. They don't mind a little bit of sun. First thing in the morning, late sort of evening or kind of late, very late afternoon sun. Beds and borders, pots and containers. And they just look beautiful with things like azaleas, for example, rhododendrons, hostas, loads and loads of things you can pair ferns up with.
Acers. Fatsias.
Oh, fatsias. Now you're talking.
I know, right?
Look good underneath a fatsia because they'll enjoy the dappled shade.
That's exactly where I've got mine at the moment.
And that price, again, I mean, we've got some stupid prices on here today, Bex. £21.22 for, and these aren't in 9-centimetre pots.
Well, it's £7.07 per plant there, and then you can double up, and it's double up for £10 or £8.50 if you're a club member. So that second lot that you double up on, where you get 3 pots, they're less than £3 each. Crazy, right?
Yeah.
Right. Do you want to join the club to get the best prices? Do you want to know how? Here's how.
If you love your garden as much as we love ours, then why not join the YouGarden Discount Club?
The club has been running for many years, and it's where thousands of our customers enjoy a whole host of benefits to ensure that they get the most out of their gardens for less.
Now is a great time to join the YouGarden Discount Club, as the benefits have just got even better. So what do you get when you join the club?
Firstly, our members will get bigger discount rates all year round. So you'll now receive 15% off our range of plants and accessories, and that's on top of any other discounts you might have.
For those bigger investments, such as garden furniture or lawnmowers, for example, you now get 7.5% discount on all of our outdoor living and machinery range.
In addition to the ongoing discounts, you'll also get more voucher value when you join or renew your club membership. We will send you 4 £5 product vouchers, which you can redeem throughout the year against the cost of your orders.
And as a new added benefit, you will now receive 2 free P&P vouchers, which can be redeemed against the cost of your shipping.
Club members get priority access to exclusive offers and brand new products at our best prices.
We'll keep you up to date with fantastic advice and top tips from our grown experts and professional gardeners to make sure that you get the most from your new purchases and existing plants. The best way to join the club is with our auto-renewal subscription. You'll pay £10 per year, then at the end of the year we will automatically renew your membership to ensure you retain all of your benefits. Plus, the price you pay when you join will never go up for as long as you remain a member, and that's a guarantee.
And remember, when you join the club, you will start saving from the very first order you make, as the discounts will be applied immediately. So with all that the YouGarden Discount Club has to offer, why not join us and start saving today?
We'd love to help you make the most of your garden for less with the YouGarden Discount Club.
That's how easy it is to join the club. You get some amazing benefits from joining that club as well, not least of which is the 15% discount that you get from all the pots, the compost, the plants, and that's not just within the potting shed. You can shop the entire website as well. Right, that was the hardy fern collection that we showed you before. We are now moving on to another fern, and Adam and I can both talk about this one. I moved this plant. Let me move it out of the way for a minute. We've got some big plants today. Well, we can both talk to you about this one. Adam's got a big one.
Yeah, I mean, this is a big...
I've got a little one.
Big
Dixonia.
Yeah, big Dixonia, which is sort of one of your tree ferns. These are the tree ferns that come from sort of down under, from Australia and New Zealand and that part of the world. And if you buy these by the foot, they work out about 100 quid per foot of trunk, which is a lot of flipping money.
100 quid a foot?
100 quid a foot, yeah.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, I think they've even got to more than that now.
You bought a big one, didn't you?
I did, years and years ago. I paid £600 for mine.
Oh, that's a lot of money.
It is, but I wanted it.
There's a reason you're still paying your mortgage, you know.
Yeah, and also... And also, I would have been dead, like, waiting for it to get to that height. So I thought I'd better cut to the chase.
I'm going to do it at some point in the future. I am going to buy a big one. But I have started one off. I've gone for a small one
yours
as
is
well.
good.
I love it.
But, I mean, this is the size of the one that's coming out to you as well. These are over in our sort of shade tunnel with our aces and stuff. And you can, if I lift this one up, I'll show you in a moment, you can see here, it's already starting to form a little sort of tiny little bit of trunk at the base.
And look, that, by the way, I'm gonna.
They look a bit like tarantula's legs.
It this way, Adam. This way.
What, that way?
Right in there. That is a crosier. There it is. Look.
Hey, look, a little dinky one coming out. Look, there you go.
So that will be a new leaf that comes out. And I love the crosiers. I think they're super cute. And how they just unfurl and throw out a great big leaf.
Yeah, so go on, Bex, yours. I mean, you've had good success. What have you done? How have you got yours to thrive?
Do you know what? Mine started off as a 9cm pot. This one's coming as a 17cm pot. And I've had it 2 or 3 years now. And do you know what? I haven't done anything special. I've put it in a pot. I put it in with our premium professional compost. And I put it in shade and I never let it dry out. Those I've found are the keys, basically, to success. I have moved it in winter time, just for a couple of the coldest nights. You would say probably to do it earlier, but I wait till it's like -3, -4. If it gets down to then, I move the pot and I put it in the conservatory or in the porch.
Yeah, -1, -2 doesn't bother them. They cope with that.
They're fine with that.
Yeah.
So that's all I need to do is just that little bit of winter protection. Now, with your big one, you obviously have to wrap it up, don't you?
Yeah, I do, because obviously I can't move that indoors. But I do the same as you, though. I keep it moist. Yeah, I definitely make sure.
Well, you were telling me you've rigged something up, haven't you? So
yeah,
it's in the top. Or you're not allowed to use it.
Technically,
now?
I can't use it now, can I? But I've got a little 4mm hose that I've run all the way around the edge of the garden and up the trunk and into the crown of the plant. And then I just turn that on. I leave that on for about 5 minutes every sort of 4 or 5 days. And then that way it keeps the top really, really moist. So like Beck said just now, the real critical thing is never, ever let them dry out. Because if you let them dry out, then they die, basically. And they can be very, very sort of difficult to resuscitate at that point. But if you want to start your journey with this is the size of the plant that's coming out to you. Plant it in a pot or a container or in the ground, somewhere moist, dappled shade. They grow at a painfully slow rate, about 1 inch a year. But yeah, you've got to start somewhere, haven't you?
Listen, I love it, and I love it as a project. And yes, I will, when the kids have left home, when I can actually afford anything for myself, I will probably invest in a bigger log at some point. But I'm actually really enjoying the process of growing it on, and hopefully, you know, I'll be able to hand it on as a 20-inch log at some point in the future to my kids.
Come to visit me in my care home in the future, I'll be able to take this. Oh, Bex, show me your tree fern. It's about 1.5 foot now, isn't it? And I'll be really, really chuffed to see how you've grown it on.
Do you know what? It's exciting. But even as a young plant, which these are, let's just focus on the foliage, because I know everyone focuses on the trunk, and yes, the trunk is amazing, but look at how big the plant actually is just with the foliage. So that fills corners gorgeously.
And it gives a really, really lovely, cool sort of feel to those areas as well. And this is kind of like dinosaur kind of foliage, and it's got that real kind of sort of, you know, age and look to it there. So if you want a tree fern that's big and you want to start your journey, go for that one.
We love it. We're very, very enthusiastic about that one because we've both got it and we both love it. Right, let's move on though, shall we? Oh, by the way, the Dixonia's on a double up deal, so if you want 2, add them into your basket. I would, because for 20 quid, take your 15% off to get the second one. That's really good. Right, we have got the Eucalyptus Compact Silver for you next. Now, opposite end of the spectrum, this.
Yeah, one extreme to t'other, because this one definitely doesn't want shade. This one will take the most punishingly bonkers, hot, sunny, awful, dry conditions once properly established. I've seen these grow in all sorts of different parts of the world at the sides of really dry roads, ravines, and they are so tough, hardy plants in that good location. So these are going to be more and more popular as the years goes by. With our hotter summers, milder winters, we're going to see more and more eucalyptus. And this one only gets to about 5 metres tall eventually. So in eucalyptus terms...
Yeah, tiny.
That is super compact. I've mentioned it before. When white people first discovered Australia, the tallest trees on Earth were eucalypts. Yeah. And then the silly buggers chopped them all down. That's what we do sometimes. So yeah, it's a bit of a shame, really. The indigenous people obviously kept these trees going for years and worshipped them and revered them.
And we chopped them down.
Brilliant. But what I'm trying to emphasise is to you, you don't have to worry about this turning into one of those huge, great big eucalyptus trees that you then need a tree surgeon to take down in 10, 15, 20 years' time. It's not going to send roots down into the sort of sewers and all that kind of place. It's compact enough to grow in a pot or a container or in the ground. Needs that beautiful sunny spot though, and they really enjoy being pruned, which I wouldn't mind doing to this one right now.
Yeah, I've been tempted to do
it.
it.
So I can see through the damn thing.
But it's the new foliage, actually, that comes through that's a bit more attractive, and it's to do with the sort of graduation of the shape and the size, isn't it? Whereas once it gets a bit of a grow on like this, I think this foliage would be classed as, well, look, it's still pretty, but it's just not as pretty as the new foliage.
Yeah, because you get what they call like juvenile foliage.
Yeah.
So on eucalyptus, quite often the leaf shape will change. So some eucalyptus will start off with these oval-shaped leaves, and then they'll become what we call more lanceolate, like willow-shaped, as they grow. But if you keep clipping it back, it will keep this lovely juvenile foliage. And you've probably seen this plant already, but you don't know you have in bouquets, because florists use this as a filler to put in bouquets and wreaths and things like that.
I've been saying it's great for wreath making, you know, and I'm not just talking about Christmas, although it'll be here soon. But wreath making is becoming a bit of a thing, actually, for year round. Like people are making Halloween wreaths and Easter wreaths and all the rest of it. And, you know, this could be a wonderful foliage filler for those too.
And it's happy to be clipped. The more you clip it, the more it will keep reshooting. And it's really hardy. I mean, this will go down to -5, -6, those kind of temperatures. I mean, in very cold temperatures, it can get knocked back a little bit. But I've actually... It
tends to recover though, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, the ends might get a bit frosted back, but I've very often seen eucalyptus, even when damaged on the ends, they reshoot from further down. And because they are very quick growing, their recovery is very swift. You're not looking at a small plant for a long time. So
we have a double up deal. It's Ryan's favourite thing at the minute, double up deals. Double up for £10 more, or £8.50 if you're a club member. Please put 2 in your basket if you want to. We don't do that for you, so you have to put 2 in your basket, and then the code YGTV3126 to get your discounts. 680379 is the item number. Marissa was asking if we were going to show the bougainvillea. Sorry, I didn't see that before, Marissa. Yes, we are. It's right here for you. So we've got the bougainvillea red, and this one comes to you on the trellis. And there's a reason it comes on the trellis, because it's a climbing plant.
Bougainvillea is another one that likes the sun. If you've gone for eucalyptus, bougainvillea will make good bedfellows with it. Bougainvillea do need some moisture to get them established. They are a drought-tolerant plant, but in their younger years, when they dry out, they can wilt a little bit. But they let you know when they're thirsty by doing that. Give them a drink.
They do, actually.
Yeah, they perk up really quick.
I mean, they're supposed to keep hold of their leaves, and if you do... ask me how I know. If you do underwater, they'll drop some of their leaves as well. They do tell you.
Yeah, they definitely let you know.
They recover quite quickly, though.
And they can get to sort of a couple of metres tall. They love being outside from mid-spring all the way through the summer to mid-autumn, but they are not in any way so ever frost hardy. So in the winter time, they need to come indoors. I mean, they'll be all right down to sort of say 2 or 3 degrees or so. A couple of things to mention though: if you bring them indoors and you keep them above about 10 degrees centigrade, you could put them in a conservatory in front of a lovely sort of bright sunny window. They will keep their leaves and they'll keep flowering indoors through the winter like a houseplant. If you do what I do with mine, I keep mine in my greenhouse during the winter time, which has a frost heater that keeps it just above freezing. Mine gets through every year in the greenhouse, but below 10 degrees, they will drop their leaves and become deciduous. They don't die, they just drop their leaves. And then by about mid-April, bring it back outside, you'll see lots of new shoots come in no time at all. They just explode into these gorgeous, gorgeous sort of flowers, which aren't flowers technically. These are actually what they call bracts. They're modified leaves. The actual true flower is right in the centre. That's what the real flower is. The sort of the colour around it is just a leaf that has actually turned that pink colour. But they really will bring that beautiful holiday feel into your garden, that tropical feel, that magical feel. I've kept mine going now for about 5 or 6 years. And I'm actually now training it into a standard shape, which I'm really, really chuffed about.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's coming on good. And it flowered really well earlier in the year. I fed it well. And now it's just about to sort of flower all over again.
Blooming fast?
Yeah, blooming. That's what I feed it with. And seriously, that's what I truly, truly use on it. If you're going to pot it on, though, do use ericaceous compost because, again, they are acid-loving plants. They don't like lime.
OK, that's the Bougainvillea red on the trellis. For you, Mauricia, and for everybody else that's watching and wants something a little bit tropical for your garden, £23.79 is the discount delivered club price. 680344 is the item number. Baldrick asked earlier, what do you feed the fig tree? I use the Blooming Fast fertiliser. That would be fine for it, wouldn't it?
It's good. That Blooming Fast, you can use it for everything, even ericaceous plants.
Basically,
it pretty much covers every single plant.
Right, we're going to move on. First time we brought this into the potting shed this year. You got very excited about this last year. This is the Pennisetum, the Tiny Tails. I went out into the nursery with Jake the other day to film this. And and I crouched down on the floor and went, because there's a sea of them. And I went, oh, they look like little tails. And then Jake just looked at me and went, yeah? I said, oh, it's called Tiny Tails, isn't it? There's a reason it's called that. Because they do look like little tails.
They look like little squirrels' tails.
They do.
Sticking up.
I really like the pink colour that you get, and then they go into this biscuit colour, don't they?
Yeah, because start off pink, don't they, when they're really, really small. I've got this myself in my garden at home. It's south-facing, no, that's a lie, west-facing border, really, really well drained. The fact that the new foliage comes through that green colour, then it sort of tones down to the bronze. You've got these super, super attractive little sort of flower heads on top, which, as we said a moment ago, start off you see there, and then as the sun gets to them, they go to this gorgeous, gorgeous biscuity colour. It does need some winter protection. So I would suggest, if you love this, grow it in a pot or a container, and then in the winter time, just pop it somewhere bright and reasonably sunny but dry. They don't want to sit wet through the winter time. And if you do that, you'll get it to come back from year to year. And just leave it through the winter. Come next spring, just trim it back a little bit, take the old flower heads off, and it'll kind of repeat flower for you.
Will it repeat flower?
It will repeat flower for you all over again. If you leave it in the ground, it's not necessarily liably hardy, but in a pot, you can give it that extra little bit of TLC during the winter and then keep it as a perennial grass.
Baldrick wants to double up on the Pennisetum Tiny Tails. We don't have the power, I'm afraid, Baldrick, but we can certainly ask the question and see if we can get it for, later in the week or next week or something or other. We'll definitely ask for you. Right, but if you do want to get hold of it now, your discount club price for one of those would be £16.99. A lovely low maintenance plant for you. 561370. Baldrick also said, don't get your hopes up, Bex. Bank of mum and dad kicks in when they leave home. Oh, man. I'm never going to...
Well, on average now as well, most kids stay till they're 25.
Nah, not happening.
40% of 25-year-olds are now living with their parents still.
Nope.
Well, you won't have any choice.
I'm not having it.
Where else are they going to go?
Shed at the end of the garden.
Okay.
No, I don't want them to leave home. This is the thing. We go, yeah, leave home, but don't go. I love you. You're my life. Stay with me.
Anyone's just tuned in, Bex is talking about her children, by the way. It wasn't directed at me.
Right, let's move on. This is the hibiscus woodbridge. Oh, look at these flowers.
Just mammoth, this one, isn't it? So colourful. We bring you a big range of hibiscus. And this one, bright pink, those hollyhock type flowers, loved by the pollinators and the bees. And this plant looks tropical, it looks Mediterranean, but it's as tough as you're flipping like. These can go down to minus 20 degrees centigrade in the winter time, so you can grow these in any part of the UK. Beautiful upright habit, can reach 2 to 3, even 4 metres, and they can even form a small tree shape if you leave them.
They can.
To do their thing.
I love the tree shape.
Some down the road.
Yeah.
On the way home I see them. But if you think to yourself, this has got too tall for me, go out late winter, mid-spring.
Chop it.
Chop it down to whatever height you want it to be, preferably above a leaf joint, and then it will reshoot. But luckily for you, those new shoots will flower the very same year, so you don't miss out on a year's worth of flower either. You can plant it in a large pot, plant it in the ground somewhere sunny or part sunny, doesn't need staking. And the good thing about it, I wish all shrubs grew like this, because it has these bold upright stems that really space themselves out beautifully as well. It's just elegant, easy, beautiful and stunning, much like yourself.
Ah! I think they look very tropical as well. They're really, you know...
Well,
I always say this, you should tuck one behind your ear. It's like you'd see a beautiful woman with one stuck behind her ear.
Well, you see the sort of the tropical looking ones when you go on your hollybobs and you see the big orange or red or yellow ones. Those will not grow outside all the year round in the UK. These will grow outside all year round in any part of the UK without any winter protection.
I love them. Right, 500074 is the item number. Double up available on that one. Oh, how annoying is put a double up on everything else except the
I did think that. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame, isn't it?
How annoying. Anyway. Thank you, Ryan. We appreciate you. But can we have one on the Penny-Seaton, please? Right, we're going to just give you a quick reminder of some of the items that you have seen, and then hopefully we'll have time to come back and show maybe some pictures and things. We're going to do the Hardy Fern collection. 3 2-litre pots, 3 different varieties. Great for the shady spots in your garden. Another benefit is that slugs and snails just don't tend to eat them. So if slugs and snails are a problem in your garden, think about putting some ferns in, because they don't want these plants. Brilliant price on here, £7.07 basically is the price for the first 3 each, but if you double up, the next ones you get, you'll pay £8.50 as a club member, which is less than £3 a pot each, which is just amazing. 561374, the item number on the Hardy Fern collection for you. We've got the Lavender Phenomenal. Everyone should have some lavender somewhere in their garden, even if it's just one, but we do have the double up deal available. Particularly if you want pollinators, this is the perfect thing to add into your garden because they will go nuts for it. It's humming with life whilst it's in bloom. You get the fragrance, you get the wonderful evergreen foliage, and it can cope with the heat and the drought that we have had to deal with this year in our gardens. 510967 is the item number, and it's called Phenomenal because you get bigger, better flowers, basically. YGTV 3126 is the code you need to use to get all of those discounts, by the way, so put that in the offer code box when you place your order on the website. Next up, Little Miss Figgy. We've got the double up here too. So Little Miss Figgy does stay a bit more compact. It produces smaller figs, but lots of them. The key to growing figs is to keep the roots restricted. That just stresses the plant in the perfect way so that it will produce more fruits for you. Don't let it get lazy. Don't give it loads of room to roam. It'll give you foliage, but no fruits. And that's the fruits you want, isn't it? 340117, the item number, if you would like to go for that one. Next up, we have got the Ophelia, the Rudbeckia Sunbeckia. Now, we are saying this is a tender perennial, short-lived perennial plant, but basically most people are just going to grow this as an annual. And I think that is a phenomenal one to get. It's big, it's bold, it's impressive. It'll flower from now right the way through to the end of summer, up to those first frosts. And if you do give it winter protection, there's a potential you can get it through to next year as well. But listen, there's lots of things that are starting to slow down and just fade a bit in our gardens. Some things that should still will be going strong, just aren't, because it's been quite a stressful year for the plants. So if you need a pop of colour in your garden, this is the one to add in. And you can double up on there as well if you want to. 560938, the item number. It's yougarden.com you go to, by the way, to place your orders. We've got the citrus orange for you. This is the one that comes in the 5-litre pot. We don't guarantee it'll come with fruits, but the one that we have in the potting shed does have a fruit. It does have some flowers, and of course it's got its evergreen foliage as well. And you will be able to grow your own oranges. It is possible to grow citrus in the UK. They just need a few things. Ericaceous compost, sunny spot in the garden during the summer, and do consider giving them some winter protection. They're not hardy plants, so I moved mine into the conservatory over the winter months. Perfect place. It's light, it's airy, it's bright, but it is also frost-free. 680383, the item number for your citrus orange. We also have the citrus lime, but this one we do guarantee will come with fruit. We don't say how many. I think we say a minimum of 2 fruits, but it will come with fruits. Essentially what we're showing you with both of these plants, really, the size they are means that they are old enough, mature enough, and able to provide you with citrus fruits. So you can grow your own limes very, very easily, and the care of this is going to be the same as the orange. So a sunny spot in the summer, winter protection, and acid soil to repot it with. Now we have a whole selection of roses for you. Now, this one is the Rose of the Week. It's called Blue Moon, but I'm going to call all the others Rose of the Week as well, because they're all at Rose of the Week pricing. This has got the phenomenal colour to the petals there. I don't even know how to describe it. It's pink and it's lavender and it's a bit of blue, and it's all of those mixed into one. It is a stunning plant. Is this the one that she sent us a picture of earlier? Is that one? Oh my word. Sorry, I've forgotten your name. Whoever it was sent that picture. Was it Paige? Absolutely gorgeous. So if you want to get hold of this one, please do consider going for this, because it's a stunning, stunning one. Yeah, it was Paige. 780181, the item number on the Rose Blue Moon in the 4-litre pot. Next up, we've got the Chandos Beauty, which is one of the most heavily scented roses I've ever smelt. Honestly, this has got to be right up there as one of the most powerfully scented. I also think it's a very elegant colour. I think it's the perfect wedding rose. If you want to grow your own roses for your own bouquets or your own buttonholes for the men, this would be perfect. It's just got the most delightful colour and a gorgeous scent to it too. 780038, the item number, and it's £16.99 your delivered price. One of the most famous roses in the world, and still incredibly popular to this day, is the Rose Peace. Comes to you in the 4-litre pot. It does have a bit of a colour change, a bit of a shift to it. It's got yellow, it's got apricot, it's also got those wonderful pink edges to it. £16.99 the price, and 780248 the item number. If you were looking for a pure white rose, then we have got the Iceberg for you. Floribunda shrub rose, this one. Not the most heavily scented, but certainly a rose that will fit into any colour coordination of garden, because white just goes with everything, doesn't it? There's no clash of colour there at all. 780189 the item number, and £16.99 is your discount club price. And then we've got the hot chocolate. Now the colour of this is phenomenal, and you've got the wonderful scalloped edges to the petals as well there. £16.99, 780188 is the item number on that one. Make sure you're using your code, please, YGTV 3126 to get your discounts. It's very, very important to use those. A mix and match on the roses would have been good, wouldn't it? It's a good idea, Baldrick. Do you want to jump? We'll put your suggestions to them anyway, and see what they can do for us. George says late to the show, can catch up. Absolutely, George. Yes, for anybody that wants to know, we are here live on a Tuesday afternoon and also on a Sunday morning. Is it me this Sunday, or is it you?
No, it'd be yourself this Sunday. I've got my mother up.
Oh yeah.
I have.
Oh, bless her. Right, so yes, it's Tuesday afternoon 2 to 4, and then a Sunday morning at 11 o'clock. But you can watch these shows back anytime on Facebook, YouTube, and on our website as well. I think I covered any questions. I just want to make sure I didn't miss any questions from anybody. I don't think I did. Over on Facebook, Amanda says, does that mean the canna lily picture could be right? Oh, did you send us a picture? Hang on. I have not got any pictures from Amanda. Amanda says her daughter is also 25 and still living with us, but I wouldn't change it. I'm sure I will feel exactly the same. I'm sure I will. But I have told them as soon as they've finished school, as soon as they're no longer in education, they have to pay me rent.
Yeah,
They have to get a job.
Yeah, that's
You're not
fine.
just sitting and lounging about the house.
No, you've got to dob in, haven't you?
And then what I'll do is I'll put that money into a bank. They're not watching. Into a bank account until there's enough there, and then I can say, now here's your deposit. Now go away.
So they won't be moving out till about 45 then.
Oh man!
You're looking at about a 35 grand deposit, so each, a 70 grand between the two of them.
Okay.
Just remortgage, get rid of them.
Right, it's been lovely having your company, as always. Thank you so much. I will be back in the potting shed on YGTV on Sunday, so if you want to come back and join me on Sunday, we'll mix it up a little bit. We'll bring some other plants in. Adam's going to be on TikTok this afternoon.
Yeah, I've got a little chicken salad to get through because I'm ravenous, and then, from 5 till 8, it'll be Matt and myself, so, we'll keep you entertained.
Lovely.
On this mega live kind of eve.
Okay, I hope you have a lovely evening, everybody. And for YGTVers, I'll see you on Sunday. See you soon. Bye-bye.